Hello everybody and welcome once again to The Brink, the most Brinkaliciously amazing podcast that is a podcast anywhere in the world. My name is Ben. You're not hearing from Mallory right now because she's going to be on this episode in a different way. You are tuning in to episode 88 of The Brink podcast, the rebooted, reformatted podcast that started a couple of years ago from the formerly fourth most popular podcast in all of Hobart. And today we are bringing you the reasons why we are the fourth most popular podcast in all of Hobart, even though we're now based in New Zealand. But hey, who is counting? We are bringing you the best of 2018. It has been a huge year for us on this podcast. We've had plenty of action to bring you. You're going to hear all the best bits of The Brink. You're going to hear best bits of our sister shows, the Oz Network. There's Off the Podium. There's 007. There's Euros Vision. It's all in there. And of course, this year really settled in as a huge year by the fact that we landed the one, the only Mr. Kevin Bacon on this show, aka the greatest person in the history of people, pretty much. Him and his brother Mark from the Bacon Brothers joined us. There's a couple of clips from there, here and there. This is called the Kevin Bacon Special Edition, by the way, just for those playing at home. And of course, we do wrap this all up with our annual foray into the musical realms with 2018 in the mix, a nice little collection of the best bits in a montage form to music. So you will hear these all in order from the beginning to the end. You will not have me introducing every single clip. You're just going to basically sit back, not hear me talk, except for all the bits that I appear in the best of for the year, which is pretty much all of them. So sit back, relax, enjoy the best of 2018.
Hello everybody and welcome to The Brink on this January the 1st, 2018, and I'm sitting in my kitchen right now. It's actually technically my dining room, but I don't know what you want to call it. Recording this on my phone because it is actually technically right now December 31st, 2017, and joining me as he has a few times this year, most recently to talk about Star Wars, this time probably to talk about Star Wars. It is a sober Noah Groves. Hello, Noah.
Last year I was in Vienna, Austria for New Year's Eve. This time I'm in Ben's kitchen/living room.
We know what's more glamorous. The one with the half-finished game of solitaire to the right-hand side.
Vienna, wasn't it?
Yes. How's your Black Douglas?
Yeah, it's better than UDL.
Oh, you leave my UDL raspberry vodka, 4% alcohol, volume 375 millilitres alone.
I mean, I appreciate you being a good host, but I think it's...
The host? The host.
The host? I think this is the first time I've been offered, would you like a UDL? We have them.
Not since you were like 15. Have you ever heard those words? They don't do the green apple ones anymore. Which
is...
no! That was my drink of choice as a teenager. That and Trevi. Did you ever drink Trevi and Passion Pop?
Passion Pop I have partaken in. I've never heard of it.
Partaken in? This is what you get when you're from Vienna a year ago.
I'm not the one who has a hanky.
What's that got to do with anything?
Who has a hanky?
I do.
Oh, now he's putting the hanky away.
I'm ashamed of my hanky. You leave my hanky alone. I've got a snotty nose. You're currently looking at the Brink Unleashed 8 official movie companion. Is it worth the price you paid for it?
No, there's no interviews with any of the characters on there.
Well, I'm doing one right now, behind the scenes.
I feel like Lashif almost did that for the new era, and I think he easily stands with Christoph Waltz.
What are you laughing for, you idiot?
The dumbest thing I've ever heard in my life.
Are you serious?
I brought a new generation of villains because of a guy's eye bleeds. Ooh.
Oh my god!
You put Gustav Graves in 12.
I saw the poster for Star Wars: The Force Awakens and saw Kylo Ren. He was more iconic on that poster than Lashif was in 30 minutes of screen time in Casino Royale.
Get Gustav Graves at number 12.
Yes, easily.
Oh my god! I mean, I like Kylo Ren too.
That is...
Yeah.
Oh, what the hell?
The sincerity at which Ben burst out laughing at that is funnier
than
than anything else on this
You think it's a fake laugh? I legitimately found that laugh out loud. That was
I know it's a real laugh, which is what makes it all the more funny, because it really is stupid that you believe your own garbage.
I believe it because it's logical and makes sense. That is just bullshit. That is just dumb.
I had more to say on him. I think he's a top 5, but just the fact that Ben kind of interrupted that with a sincere laugh. I think Le Chiffre is an amazing Bond villain.
Hashtag stop trying to make Le Chiffre happen. Get over him.
All right. I'm going to have an interesting observation on Noah's rankings near the end of this. I'm just struggling to find. I'm flipping through all these best Bond villain rankings. I can't find any that are including Gustav Graves, and I have yet to find one that doesn't include Le Chiffre. He's in everybody's top 10 here. So take that, Ben.
You can no longer use the argument of, they included Sanchez on all these lists. No longer a valid argument.
What are we up to? Number 3? You got to talk. Sorry. Hi.
Well, all I can really say is, I put Le Chiffre much lower than this, but I can't complain about him being a top 3 villain. I think he did reintroduce people to Bond villains, and he did it in a different way. Well, just wait. When we finish this, I got a really interesting observation on the Bond villains here, which I'll have some fun with. But yeah, Le Chiffre is amazing, and we're mads about Mikkelsen. Just Ben isn't anymore. So Hannibal Lecter, we unleash you on Ben Waterworth.
I look forward to it. I like Anthony Hopkins. Number 3.
I wouldn't eat Ben.
Well, that's not what your mum said. I don't know where I'm going for a mum joke.
This is
I just turned into Poe.
I've got to leave.
No, you didn't.
No. Groves has left us now. Their hero Ben Waterworth has gone to the dark side. Is making Yo Mama joke. Oh no!
I already have. I know you are, but what am I?
I just want to quit at this point. That was terrible, Ben.
Did we get a sound drop for that? That was terrible, Ben.
Mic drop.
What every girl,
your mama, Noah.
What every girl has been with me has ever said. That was terrible, Ben. Just ask Jamie.
What? So it's never been said.
Oh, Brink Groves, this is your hero.
This is like an ultimate jewel here.
Can I just point out, if I'm legitimately Brink Groves as a hero, Brink Groves is an idiot. All right, I love you, Brink Groves. I appreciate you. I appreciate you standing up for me. I'm not anybody's hero. I am not even the middle-aged gay men fan club's hero. They disown me.
You've been excommunicated.
I'm not even Kevin Spacey's hero. Nobody likes me.
There was a lot of food pranks because a lot of us would center around in the kitchen at the firehouse.
Mm-hmm.
So if anyone had to eat anything, sometimes they would stick it to the table or put some other food there that you weren't expecting to eat. So there's a lot of us, when we were having a scene, you kind of have that question on your face, I don't know if this is safe.
Always double questioning it.
And then just a lot of, blizzards. Yeah, and then there was a lot of blizzards in the snow, and I remember Bobby once. There's not Bobby. Eddie had this hilarious he's supposed to be this man of steel firefighter, and he was he couldn't stop slipping everywhere because of the ice. So there was just a lot of laughs on that show.
I want to sneak up. He's talking to the bros here, and I don't know how we're going to do this. Just going to wait. I feel like we're going to be ready here. Rod playing in the background still. Do you think we can achieve our goal here? Well, right, here we go. Hang on. Can I really? Oh, he's getting dacked. I just want to quickly say, David, we're recording for the podcast of Brink. You love our show.
Oh, the Brink.
Now,
while you get dacked, you're about to play the drums. Happy birthday, first of all.
Thank you.
You're about to play the drums.
Yes.
Now, what can we expect from you playing the drums?
Probably some bad timing.
Yep.
Some missed beats. Some shock and drum rolls where I don't come back in on the one.
Yep.
And much of a muchness, really.
Sounds like your political career. Is that a fair assessment, or?
Fair, harsh.
I can say that now?
Fair.
Yep. All right. Well, happy birthday. Thought we'd just at least say hello to you since we're at your party. But, it's been a long time since you've been in the Brink.
At the party.
Yes, exactly. Woo. Indeed. There's always a party when the Brink's here.
Always a party when the Brink's here.
But using that as a soundbite. Thank you very much.
Strangely enough, I've done a lot of strange Disney stuff. On the Mighty Ducks, the Country Bears. Oh my God! You guys ever seen the movie The Country Bears?
Can't say
Can't say I've seen the Country Bears. No.
I'll put it on my Netflix
Please,
list.
put it on your list. Put it on your list, okay?
I'm just writing that down. The Country Bears. All right.
Country Bears. And if you can find your way clear to smoke a little ganja and watch it late at night, you will fucking you'll hurt yourself laughing at this fucking movie.
Oh, that's what.
Yeah. The Bears.
Priority
the
number
Bears,
one.
It's a ride. It's an amusement ride from Disneyland, and they made it into cartoons back in the 50s and 60s. And then we did this action movie, but not an animated film. But they're all in bear suits. They're like a band. They're Country Bears. They're a country band, and they're all bears. And,
You are selling this movie so well right now.
Oh man! And so I'm the roadie for the band, and I'm a person. So I'm a person that's working with a band of bears, and they all have people problems. So I tried to turn myself into a bear. Yeah, I've got my costume. I got these boots. The guy from Green Mile, the big black actor. He's gone now. I'm blanking on his name.
Yeah.
Wonderful guy. These boots.
Michael Clark Duncan.
Yeah, these boots were some boots. Yes, Michael Clark Duncan had worn these boots in the Green Mile, and I got them to wear for my costume, so I couldn't wash. Shuffled. I had to shuffle everywhere I'm going because they were like size 18 boots. I'm shuffling around. They made a wig, a $6,000 wig that hung down the middle of my back, and I was stoned out of my fucking mind. And I tried to be a bear, and they all try to be people. It's a lot of fun. It's a fun watch under the right conditions.
We're recapping that movie next week on the Oz Network.
Yeah, screw Lost. We want the Country Bears.
There is one song in this movie. I don't know if you can guess it because you mentioned all the other ones, but when it comes up, I'm like the biggest fan of it. Like that's my greatest guilty pleasure.
It's not Die Another Day.
Yeah.
Was it one of the ones I mentioned, or?
No. It's not one of the ones you mentioned.
Oh, okay. Well,
it'll be a montage song. I basically make about 3 pages of notes on this song.
So, what is it? I need to know now.
Oh, Hall & Oates.
Oh, you wait till the notes.
You make my
Hall & Oates. Oh, right.
Yeah.
They said notes. I like Hall & Oates. Oh, right. Okay.
I'll send you my notes on Google Drive, and you can read it for yourself.
Your Hall & Oates notes. Sounds like
doesn't love Hall & Oates. Come on.
I mean, I like Hall & Oates, but it just always they remind me of a breakfast cereal. Like I always feel like that's something that you eat in the morning. Can I have a bowl of Hall & Oates? Thanks.
Honey Nut Hall & Oates.
What was that? That song. I mean, I know they had lots. Shut up. But there's that one song of theirs I absolutely love.
Maneater, Good Eyes.
Well, they're good songs. Out of Touch.
Jingle Bell Rock.
Out of Touch.
Out of Touch.
Yeah, do you know that one?
You'd have to sing it for me.
You're out of touch. No,
Yes.
It was on Vice City. It was on Grand Theft Auto, and then they had another one that was on the newest Grand Theft Auto. They had one called Adult Education as well. But
Rich Girl's a great song.
They've got some good songs. I've just looked at my iTunes. I've got a few of their songs actually. So.
Hall & Oates Oz, please.
This week on Hall & Oates Oz, like, what would you do for a band? Like every week you recap a song. This week, Maneater.
I was just flipping through just random podcasts one day, and I found one that was called God of Thunder, and I'm like, I wonder if that's like the Thor or something like that, and I added it, and I realized it was guys who have currently done like dozens of episodes, and every week they just pick a different song of Kiss, and they spend like an hour talking about the song. So the next note that comes up here, it's like I don't know how they have that much time, but if we could do that for Hall & Oates, I would be happy.
Well, what about those ones where when we did your favourite Titanic? Don't yell at me, there's a point to this. We got tweeted by another podcast because there's this...
Oh, the minute one?
The one, yeah, they literally recap a minute of a film in an hour. So they were doing that for Titanic. They'd done it for Jurassic Park. So they're just like, okay, we're going to be recapping minute 61 to 62. This is what happens. That's actually a really clever idea if you have to be completely honest. But yeah, I'm looking forward to doing Hall & Oates Oz. This week, Man-Eater. Oh, here she comes. She's a man-eater.
We just have to decide if we want to call it Honey Nut Hall & Oates, Multigrain Hall & Oates, or Apple Cinnamon Hall & Oates.
Breakfast of Champions. The official breakfast cereal of the Oz Network, Hall & Oates. We just need to do a cheesy commercial for YouTube. Hi, my name's Colin Hilding. Every morning I wake up, I have a crunchy bowl of Hall & Oates. What about you, Ben? Absolutely, Colin. Everyone would think it's a man-eater. Anyway. Wonder what they're doing right now. Like, at this moment in time when we're recording this, what is Hall & Oates doing? Do you think they're just, like, watching Netflix? Or, like, writing a new song?
Are they on Twitter? Maybe they are.
To tweet them. Hi, Hall & Oates. What are you doing right now? We're recording a podcast talking about you. Do you not just think that? Do you just sit around and think, like, what's this celebrity doing right now? You know? Like, what's Hugh Jackman right now in time? Is he, like, what is he doing?
Every once in a while, I will do that. It'll just be like the most boring day of my life, and I'm sitting there, and I'm just sort of staring at the ceiling, counting the flies that are inside of the light cover. And I'm like, you gotta wonder if Taron Egerton's ever sat there and stared at his light cover to count the flies or mosquitoes.
You wonder if Taron Egerton's listening to Hall & Oates right now, like. He's just chilling. Oh, I might put on some Hall & Oates. Oh, here she comes. Watch out, boy. She'll chew you up. Whoa. Oh. The music's great in this film. Anyway. So Eddie's in Germany.
By the way, in case anyone's wondering, 4 hours ago, John Oates posted on Twitter, I posted a new video to Facebook with a link. So that's what Hall & Oates are up to.
Is it of him
posting
watching
new
Netflix?
videos to Facebook?
Here's my review of Eddie the Eagle. Imagine if they were just like tweeting like Donald Trump. Like, saw Eddie the Eagle. Didn't have enough eagle in it. Sad. No one's used my music as better as they have in Eddie the Eagle. No word of a lie. That's never been as big as it was in Eddie the Eagle.
Hall & Oates are going on tour with Train this summer.
Shut up! Shut up and take my money! I'm there! Front row! Were they the ones that did Hey Soul Sister? Is that Train?
Yeah, that was Train. That and Drops of Jupiter.
Oh, that's right, yeah.
My mom would always call the song Drops of Juniper.
Hey, tell me when... I don't even know the lyrics of that song. All I know is drops of... What is Drops of Jupiter? Like, if Jupiter was dropping on us, we'd be dead. It's that big of a planet. Come on.
I always thought it was about a girl. Like, she just had, like, a drooling issue or something.
She had the runs. Oh, there's drops coming out of Jupiter again. Quick, get some incontinence pads. Jupiter ascending.
Hall & Oates and Train is coming this summer.
Yeah, I much prefer the band Car over Train. That's a bad joke. Move on. Right, so Eddie's in Germany.
Ryan Lochte does worse on a daily basis when he's not competing.
He's watching this movie. I don't get it. Why did he get kicked off the team? That's so unfair, man. What's ski jumping? Can we just hope that NBC gets Ryan Lochte on during their coverage of the Olympics?
Yes!
And now to provide his insight on the ice dancing, Ryan Lochte. Yeah, so I was on Dancing with the Stars, so I know all about ice dancing.
Man on his feet, and he's a man on the skates.
You can buy my book on skating. Just provide 8 to 10 years for postage.
A group of Brazilians came up to me and my friends. They said, "Pull my finger." I'm like, "No, you pull my finger." And then they held a gun to my friend's head, and they all were like, all right, we give up. And I'm like, whatever, man.
You know what I can just imagine Ryan Lochte being like? I don't know if you ever watched much of How I Met Your Mother, but you know how like Barney would elaborate stories and it would just be literally a scene from another movie, and they'd be like, "Barney, that's from Dirty Dancing," or "Barney, you know, that's from Weekend at Bernie's." So I can just imagine Ryan Lochte like going, "So yeah, like I played like finger pulling, then like Christopher Walken walked in and talked to Hugh Jackman, and then they landed the jump, and and then I got taken, and then like my dad, Liam Neeson, was on the phone saying like, "I will find you, I will hunt you down." Ryan, that didn't happen. It did, man. It so happened. You're a man in the sheets, you're a man on the ice.
And the boat hit an iceberg, and it was going down. But I wouldn't go down. I swam against the current, because I'm Ryan Lochte and all, you know?
She said never let go. So fuck it, man. I never let go. I'm Ryan Lochte. So I swam all those survivors back to New York. But then there was this shark, and this guy said, "We're going to need a bigger boat." So I went and got a bigger boat. And I punched that shark right in the head. But then there was a tornado, and all these other sharks came.
Which I was fully equipped to handle, because at the time I was on with a plane with snakes all over it.
But then Gary Oldman came and tried to hijack it.
And when Darth Vader said, "I'm your father, Ryan Lochte," I'm like, "No, man."
I looked out the window. I was like, "No, man." And then I saw Princess Leia, like Mary Poppins. She was just floating by. And this kid had a broom.
Alright. This is just a challenge to see if I can keep my voice by the end of this episode.
So, Christopher Walken has a book on ski jumping.
He wrote this book, you know?
My life in ski jumping.
Maybe you know, this is Old English or something like that from the 1907 version. "No stains thy glorious anal's gloss."
What?
I'm sure that this is some Old English that legitimately says, "Thy children own their birth, no stains thy glorious anal's gloss." Like, do you know if you read the titles of like Japanese movies, what it actually translates as into, you know, into like, you know, a North American or just a English language, it's always like the weirdest thing in the world. That's kind of what it reminds me of. Like, "Thy children own their birth, no stains thy glorious anal's gloss."
I'm sorry, this is like legitimately Canada saying, "Oh, our children, you don't leave skid marks from our poo."
That's basically the translation.
That's how proud you are as a country. Like, our poo in Canada doesn't stain. That's how good of a country we are. Like, stuff our military, stuff our leaves, stuff our brow. You do a shit in Canada, it won't stain your undies. That's legitimately what that says. His whole purpose, I guess, of being on that plane to LA was to go and meet you. And, you know, obviously, you know, that's kind of what drew him there, and that's ultimately why he's on the crash. Yet he somehow manages, despite the fact that, you know, Nadia is the love of his life, he's done so much to get to Nadia, he finds a young, attractive blonde woman and declares his love for her after they have sex in a tent. I mean, is that frustrating for you? You're playing a character, but are you like going like, no, like he can't end up with Shannon? Like, come on, I'm Nadia. I'm the one waiting for him in LA.
Of course, and can I just say, welcome to Los Angeles?
Yeah.
But yes, I mean, I can completely say it. What, you know, 8 years later, 7 years. But yeah, absolutely. I was like, what the fuck? I mean, and of course it's the character, and I'll just say the byline, the writers had their reasons, whatever. Honestly, I think the reasons are they wanted to reunite the cast. They wanted to reunite the original cast. They wanted to, Shannon's she became a likable character. I like Maggie Grace a lot. They obviously like her as an actress, working with her. They wanted to have as much of the original cast together as possible, and they kind of. I'm going to go out on a limb and say reconfigure the script in as many ways as possible to get everybody to get back together. Yeah. The people that they wanted in the church, not what might have logically made sense, but apparently they had some logic to why he would have ended up with, the blondie who he shagged in the tent,
and apparently Nadia is hanging out with Said's brother or something like that in the afternoon.
Oh, lucky me. Lucky
You get the brother.
I get the prefab home in the suburbs.
The bourbon Nadia.
with the douchebag with, a bullet wound in his shoulder.
What a way to spend the afterlife.
Well, people were saying, and I'm gonna stick to this. People were saying that that was Jack's version. So then maybe Said would have had his own version of the church or whatever. But I do think that as for the finale, it was absolutely disappointing. I was it would have been nice to be a part of it. If they didn't think so, then that's cool too. But I think that. A lot of people loved Shaid. They loved that connection. I don't get it, but a lot of people adored it. And I can see, the kind of twisted, nasty part of it that could be ooh, okay, that's kind of cool. But it's not something that I'd want to, rest on forever. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
At least me, personally, it did just sort of sit weird with me. And not just because I was playing Nadia, because it was just a little bit wait, what?
Yeah. I just got to break some news here.
I just found out something really
Mallory
exciting.
just made a discovery. She just realised that Margot Robbie was Harley Quinn in Suicide Squad. She looked at me and goes, who was she in Suicide Squad? And I'm like, Harley Quinn. What?
Okay, I have much more respect for her after that comment. Also, I have not seen any of the movies that you just mentioned in that very long thing about Margot Robbie. The only movie out of all of the movies that you just mentioned that I have seen is Suicide Squad. So, this is very exciting. What the heck? She was not Harley Quinn. Oh no, she totally looks like her there.
By the second.
We've just finished doing the official Queen's Baton Relay. Dakota is near me, but I'm on the bus filled with... how many are on this bus? I can't count. Say hello, everybody!
Hello, everybody!
And I like this driver. And say, everyone, the Brink is awesome!
The Brink is awesome!
You hesitated there. You had to realise what you were endorsing there. But did we all have fun?
Yeah, great time.
Who read the message that the Queen wrote?
Me.
What did it say?
She's divorcing whatever his name is, Charles.
Philip,
yeah.
Charles is her son. She's not that Tasmanian.
Yeah. Divorcing him.
She's divorcing. All right, okay. So you got the breaking news.
Yeah, man.
And you.
Yes. Did anyone drop it or do anything bad to it? Just cover it at the front, cover their ears. No. All right. That's good.
Heavy, so we almost dropped it.
You almost dropped it. Beautiful. Who had the most people there? Dakota, you had the most people watching. You had. How many did you have?
I don't know, but a lot.
Yeah?
The whole school.
The whole school.
I had a fair few people.
You had a fair few. I had my family. That's all that mattered. Anyone else have a family? That's all that mattered. Yes. And Matt, you're going to be my housemate in about a month.
Yeah, a month.
Yes. Yes, I spoke to your mum yesterday. She's a very nice lady, so just thought I'd have that. What's the driver's name? I didn't get...
Sammy J.
Hello, Sammy J. Thank you for getting us safely. Well, so far. We've got a bit to go yet so far. But this has been a fun experience, and everyone say goodbye.
Goodbye!
Hey! Oh, man, thank you guys. Shout out to Oz Network. You guys are awesome, man. Glad to be able to talk to you guys. What's going on?
Oh, not a whole lot, mate. Not a whole lot. Just chilling. Just getting excited here to chat to you. I was going to say we're going to get it on like Marvin Gaye, but I didn't really want to be totally cliche there for you when it comes to introductions. And that might have sounded a bit weird if people didn't know exactly what I was referring to. But how often do people start interviews like that with you anyway? Come on.
No, it's all good. Let's get it on, man. No, that's funny.
It's,
I never thought I'd hear Walt saying the words, let's get it on.
Hilarious.
Why don't you leave the bobsledding to the real men, yeah? Like, he's kind of got, like, that real, like, evil German accent. But I love...
Is there a non-evil German accent?
Good point. Hello, my name is Josef, and I'm here to save the children. Get away, get away!
I want to see, like, the German version of Pee-wee's Playhouse and just see... That's the secret word of the day!
Sesame Street or something like that. This episode brought to you by the letter G!
What's the German Elmo like?
Elmo likes this!
Elmo love all the children!
They need to redo the scene we just talked about. Go ahead, you Brenner! You go get your palace! Oh,
not ground ice.
Now you need a Jamaican accent. No man, not ground ice. I love Germans. We're about to see whether or not two Australians on this show go off in more ways.
Mute it, just so I don't spoil anything.
And since I did back in 2006 when Dale Beck-Smith won the men's moguls. We've actually never had an actual Australian win the moguls before. Is it Britt Cox's turn to shine? She looks down the course. She's ready. Moments away from being a Campbell or a Smith. Who will she be? It's getting windy at the course too. That wind is blowing a gale. Her ponytail is going everywhere, but she's off. She's mogling. She's left. She's right. She's left. She's right. She's left. She's right. Oh, a bit of a bump there. She waves her hands up there. A bit of an extra pump there. Don't know if that was to pay attention to the judges. She's taking the middle course here, though. Britt Cox really pumping it over there. Oh, she looks like she's losing a bit of control there, but I think she's going to get it right on this mogul. That's a favourite mogul right there. Perfectly turned on it. She loves it. It's always a favourite of hers. The knees together. Up, over, tuck, straight land. She's on for a very fast time here. Britt Cox, 28.29. Oh, what a run. Britt Cox, you little beauty.
I will say there were definitely some flaws, though, in her run, so...
Oh, no, I'm seeing the score!
What is it?
Boo! She's a Campbell sister! She's in 5th! 75.08! No!
That's why I muted it, because I think I audibly gasped the first mistake I saw, and I'm like, I don't want to spoil this for Ben.
Oh,
but
no!
I'm sorry to say, she spoiled it for you, Ben.
What's going on? Australia have pulled in Australia. We are currently in New Zealand's 4th and 5th.
Wait! So, Justina for LaPointe medals!
So let's be honest here. There's two good things here that can happen. If Andy Naughty wins...
Andy Naughty's about to start.
She's a gold medalist. If she fails and finishes 6th, we equal New Zealand in 4th and 5th.
Yes! Andy, months from now, you are going to be back on the show and telling us how you won the gold medal.
Is she started yet?
She started.
Go, Colin.
All right, there's not going to be much commentary here because it's the most exciting moment of my life. Oh, shut up, Jared. Okay, so she has just taken Britt's favorite mogul, and she's having a similar issue. No! Bad Andy, no! What just happened?
Don't tell me France is going to win a gold!
France just won the gold!
Oh no, Andy!
So if you come on off the podium, we are the problem!
Oh, she's a DNF! Oh no, I jinxed her!
No!
Oh, I didn't stay up till midnight to watch a French person win a gold medal! Oh.
Andy, we're so sorry.
Oh, no.
She's never coming back on the show now.
Oh, it's a cat's fault. Oh, God, she's gone off well off course here. Oh, shit.
That's so sad.
Oh.
Corinne looks devastated for her.
Because a French person won. Oh, fuck, I hate the moguls. What's happening in the luge? You're a big Survivor Oz fan. What's it like meeting Ozlets in real life compared to listening to them on podcasts?
Well, I've actually told you before, Ben, but actually playing Survivor, Craig and I would often talk about Survivor Oz and the Ozlets, and actually once was fortunate enough to have the opportunity to apply for the Auslets, but I didn't take up the opportunity. But
Go on Survivor instead. I think that's a bit better.
But I've told you this once before, and I'll tell you again that as someone who is a super fan who has listened to your voice for years and years behind podcasts, and to have the opportunity to meet you and meet Riley as well, and have an opportunity to chat with two great Auslets and of course the founder of Survivor Oz himself, is a great surreal opportunity. So as much as you are potentially a fan of mine, as much as a fan of yours, sir. So thank you.
Oh, look at that! Look at that! How good is this guy? Did you remember Riley from the days of Survivor Oz?
Sorry, Riley, I didn't.
Oh, come on! Can you not give us Jared?
Jared.
Yeah, that's it. There you go. Now you remember, right? Oh, Jared. No. Yeah. Anyway, Des, did you ever listen to Survivor Oz?
Used to listen to Survivor Oz back in 2004 or something, I think.
Well, I think it was a long before we even started, about 7 years. But hell, if you were that good at listening, then do you remember Riley on Survivor Oz?
Look, I'd never seen her before tonight, but someone's going to be a very lucky person who ends up with her.
We had like 3 women, I think, in the history of Survivor Oz that ever were on the show.
Yeah, but Ryan's gone now, hasn't he?
No, that's a bitch, not a woman. Is that too soon? Fuck it, who gives a shit? But, you know, Riley, I think I've met all the female Auslets now,
yeah.
I think.
Heather?
Oh, God, no. Didn't meet Heather. I met Kai, I met Lancey, I met Kate. Yeah, not Heather. Yeah, we were a very sexist show, not hiring the...
You're recording all this, aren't you?
That's generally what I'm doing, pointing a phone. What did you think I was doing? Just doing this for fun? Quick question, what did you think of Survivor?
I thought you were taking pictures up my nose to stick on YouTube,
That's my secret fetish, it's up nose shots.
Up nose.
None of these up skirt photos, it's all up noses for me.
I want to help dogs because I burst into tears the other day. I have a story to tell. I was at the ice rink and there was a stray dog in between my sessions. I was outside and it was so skinny. It obviously hadn't eaten in a long time and the fur was gone off it. So I ran back inside and I got my food that I packed for the day and I gave it to the dog. And then I had to go back inside to put my skates on for my session. And my coach asked me, how I was doing and everything, and I just burst into tears before I got on the ice. And he was laughing at me. He was like, "Why are you crying?" And I'm like, I was just like, the dog. And I was so distracted. And and then I got back home to my mum, and she's like, "Why didn't you take it home with you?" And I was like, I didn't know I was allowed to do that.
Wow.
That would help dogs.
Okay, dogs. I like that. That works. Just avoid seeing any dogs before you go out to compete for the Olympics. Just some advice.
Well, at US National Championships, they had dogs in the, after you leave the kiss and cry, they had little puppies.
Oh.
And I think that we should invest in puppies at every event.
There you go. Okay. Just don't make sure they don't throw them on the ice, though, like they do with the flowers, because that would be a bit awkward. But
they can slide them
on the ice. Puppies on skates. There you go. That wins the Olympics.
So cute.
Yes. I would watch that.
Sergeant Porcupine. Hello, Sarge.
Oh, hello, Ben. Here in Melbourne, eh? What are you doing here?
Oh, I don't know, just thought I'd pop down for the weekend, see some cars, see some footy, eat a burger, see my favourite police officer. What about yourself?
Well, I've come here to see my magpies, obviously. I mean, that's a stupid question, Ben.
Well, we're here seeing your beloved magpies. How are they doing?
Well, not very good right now. Unfortunately, we're down by 27 points.
What's that? Not good enough. This is the first game of the year. This is setting the bar high for all of 2018. What's going on out there, Sarge?
Oh, well, I don't know, Ben. I really don't know. They should be winning. They should be winning every game they play. They're losing to Hawthorn.
What do you think about Hawthorn?
I hate the Hawks.
Yeah?
Everyone does, don't they?
I think so. Even Hawthorn actually hate Hawthorn. They just won't admit it.
Well, exactly. That's a very good point, Ben.
Yeah.
Yeah, very good.
Do you think the Pies can turn it around?
Well, I think it'd be a much better chance if they had Dane Swan out there for a start.
Yeah, why's that? What is it about Swanee that you like?
Oh, I just love Swanee. Great player. Love his little legs running around, pumping. Little legs going.
What about his tats?
No, I don't like the tats very much, Ben.
Whose tats do you like the least? His or Dustin Martin's?
Oh, I think Justin's are a little bit better. I don't like the neck tattoos though, Ben.
Right, okay. You've got someone else with you tonight, Sarge. Sam seems to have disappeared for the moment, but who's this other man? He looks like he's a big burly man. What's your name again, sir?
Well, I don't know who this other bloke is, Ben. Who are you talking to? Are you talking to me or
I'm trying to talk to the other guy next to you.
Who is this other bloke?
Stop blocking this other guy, please, Sarge. He wants to push him out of the way. That's it. Yes, hello, sir. Who are you?
Hello, Ben. It's me. It's Beef Man.
Oh, Beef Man. All right, we mentioned you before. We haven't heard from you in quite some time. How are you, sir?
Well, I'm very good, Ben. I'm feeling a bit clogged up inside. I've just eaten 3 kilos of beef, actually, Ben.
Right, how did you carry 3 kilos of beef, sir? That's a lot of beef.
How did I carry it? Well, on my guts, Ben, obviously.
Well, no, I thought you might have had a motor vehicle or something like that you drive.
Oh, well, actually, yes, I do, Ben. I drive a Toyota Hilux. Yeah, we all drive them up there in Queensland. Come down here for the weekend.
Do you follow me now that I live in Queensland?
Well, yes, I do, Ben. Yes. Well, it's great up there in Queensland. Best state in Australia, I think.
Now, has anyone ever told you slightly resemble the Sarge in the tone of your voice?
No, Toyota Hilux, Ben Beef. No, I wouldn't have thought so.
I'm glad you're finding it funny. Have you met the Sarge at all, RBM?
I don't find anything funny, Ben. I just tell it like it is.
Sarge, you want to come back in and speak, Sarge? Hello, Sarge. How are you, Sarge? You good? Sam, why are you back? Hello, Sam.
Well, what do you want, Ben?
Oh, no, that's a Sarge. I don't know. Have you met the random beef man now?
Yeah, well, he keeps sitting in my feet, doesn't he? I mean, that's terrible.
Sam, what are you doing right now?
Well, I'm just here, Ben, just listening to this conversation. It's an interesting one, I have to say.
Actually, hang on. Look who's just joined us from the grave. Max Walker's here. Hello, Max.
Yes, hello, Ben. It's very nice to be here.
Oh, and you brought with you Nicky Lauder. Hello, Nicky.
Oh, yes, Ben. I'm here for Grand Prix this weekend.
Yes, you are. And how are you enjoying the football?
This is a very strange game for me to watch, Ben. And, you know, I've got to go to the doctor on Monday. Do you know why?
I have no idea why. Is things getting louder for you, are they?
I'm still having trouble controlling the tone of my voice.
All right, we'll just push aside. Random Beef Man wants to speak again. Hello, Random Beef Man.
Try the Hilux, Ben. You're going to love it.
And Max, hello. I'm sorry to hear that you died. What's it like being back here?
Yes, Ben, well, I had a number of great performances on this ground, you know. Yes, very nice ground, Ben. Love it. Very green.
Are you just haunting this ground? Is that your way in the afterlife, basically?
Well, Ben, as you know, I was a very spiritual man, and this is a very spiritual place.
And Sarge, you're back. Hello, Sarge.
Yeah, Ben, I don't know what all these people are here for, taking up my seats, and I don't know. I'm just like the one-on-one interviews, you know. I don't really like a crowd very much.
Why don't all of the people speak at once? What do you reckon? Do you think you get all of them to speak all at once? Sarge, Random Beef Man, Max, Sam, and Nicky Lauder all at once?
Well, not if I got anything to do with it, Ben. Yes. Just move over there, Mr. Sarge. Still want to admire the old Maxi voice again. It's very nice. Oh, who are you, this man? This Max. I know a man called Max, but he's not as tall as you. Ooh.
Sam, do you have anything else to say right now? You're surrounded by a bunch of people that they all don't want to talk at once. I don't know why that is.
Well, Ben, I think Beef Man wanted to jump in and have something to say.
Sorry, Beef Man. What would you like to say, Beef Man?
Oh, yes, Ben. Well, something I forgot to tell you earlier on. I got something wrong.
What's that?
Well, Ben, I didn't eat 3 kilos of beef before. It was actually around 5 kilos of beef.
5 kilos?
That's right, Ben. We love our beef up in Queensland.
Which part of Queensland are you from?
Far north Queensland, Ben. The best part.
What part of the far north are you from?
The best part, Ben. Like, what's up north? Cairns.
Right, okay. Good to know. Thank you all for joining us. Can we all get a bye at the same time?
Yes. Goodbye, Ben. Oh, yes. Hey, goodbye, Ben. I see you at the Grand Prix tomorrow. Yeah, all right, Ben. All right, see you later. All right, Ben. See you later, Queensland style.
I stuck into the Marvel Universe through the TV show, and then I died right away. So I don't know if I'm going to have to fight my way in or wear a mustache or something, because they're really weird about. I always think it's so strange. When we were kids, you'd see the same guy on 14 episodes of Bonanza, and one week he'd be playing a Mexican guy, and the next week he'd be from Ireland, and nobody gave a shit.
Yeah.
But now they'd be like, well, you're actually playing this character in the Marvel Universe, so you can't be another character.
DC Universe, like, Daniel. Quickly switch comic series. Go over to DC. You could be like, I don't know, Batman's third cousin or something like that.
Yeah. Well, listen, I mean, at the rate they're going, I might eventually get to play Batman.
Yeah, well, exactly.
There's been like 14 actors who play Batman.
True.
Eventually, someone's going to go, who's next?
I often do confuse you with Batman. Every time I see you on something, I'm like, gee, he really looks like a Bruce Wayne. I could see him playing that, yeah.
I'm really right. I could be the hero you need me to be.
Wow, I think we just sold some tickets right there.
You're an 8.
Yes, this was a 6.
Well, what, landed on a hotel? It's probably only like $200, isn't it?
I don't know.
Not much for that hotel.
It's more than that.
450.
More money than you have.
You need to hold my phone for a second because I need my other hand. Take us through how you're feeling right now.
Much better than I was 2 minutes ago.
How much do I have to tell you? 450. So I just really need to get rid of one house. Oh, I'm like perfectly aligned with like 2 houses on every single one. This is bull.
This makes me feel good about myself.
No, it's not. It's racist. Alright, there we go. She just got $450 having a stupid hotel on Whitechapel Road. No one cares about Whitechapel Road.
I do.
No, you don't.
They're normally purple, though.
Come on, land on a red here. I've got houses on red. 4, 6, or 7,
like
or 8.
A 3
4, 6,
or
or 7,
5.
or 8. 4, 6, or 7, or 8. 4, 6, or 7, or 8. 4, 6, or 7, or 8. It's got a 6 at least. It's got a 10.
Goodness.
Damn it. It's going to land on a yellow, which are all mortgaged.
That's okay. I have some money to unmortgage things right now. Actually, I should probably just keep my money for now.
Yes, you should. That's a good girl. All right.
Whatever her mother's name is, throws the knife at her.
Lavonna.
There's no hope in that moment for me. I just, I watch it and I'm like, she just hates her daughter so much. Like, what is she doing? Whereas, like, with Jeff, like, you can tell that he feels bad.
Is Jamie okay?
Jamie, have you ever
Mallory's making a very good point here, Jamie. I'm very proud of her.
Jamie, I know we brought this up on another episode somewhere, but have you ever thrust a utensil at a loved one and had it impale them like this?
Ben, did I ever tell you that I just met Mallory, so she won't know the story, but Ben, did I ever tell you about okay, and I'm going to justify myself a little bit, okay, beforehand. There was a period of time where for a couple of weeks, the brother who's just the next one older than me, 4 years older than me, he kept whipping me with Twizzlers. And, like, if
that's abusive.
Wait, can I just interrupt your story for a second, Jamie?
What?
Can I just interrupt your story for a second? They don't have Twizzlers here.
In Australia.
In Australia.
What's wrong with you?
Don't have Twizzlers.
Why would you care? They're not gluten-free.
No, it's a principle. People enjoy Twizzlers.
All right, this isn't Bash Australia. This isn't Bash Australia. This is apparently Bash Jamie's brother.
But anyway, so with Twizzlers, like, it freaking hurts when you're whipped with them. Like, it hurts bad. You get, like, a lash mark or whatever wherever it's on the skin. Anyway, so he was doing this for a while. He did it one time, and he made me so angry. I can still remember it clear as day. I was making Chinese noodles on the stove, and there's a pot of water that was already boiling, and I usually use just a fork to stir around the noodles, and I put the fork in the water so it was nice and hot, and I whipped it right at my brother. It stuck up out of the back of his head, and he started running around screaming, and I thought it was the funniest thing I've ever seen in my life.
Meanwhile, he's dying.
See, Lavona did not laugh when she threw a knife at Tanya Harding.
And I want to say that it was more funny because the fork did not fall out. It was literally on the back of his head sticking up, and it did not fall down. It was sticking out for the full time he was running around.
Wow. Wow.
There should be pictures
See,
of
there are messed up people in the world, and this is just their life. It doesn't mean they're abusive.
You know what?
I thought Canadians were nice.
Let's see you be the only girl growing up in a family of 7 brothers and see what you do.
Yeah, let's see. What would that look like, me being the only girl?
That's right.
You poor soul.
My sister dragged me around with a rope and pretended I was a dog as a baby, and then she tripped me over and cut my head open. That's about all that she did
And
to
her
me.
parents didn't believe her.
And I locked her in a wheelie bin. That's about...
Okay, a wheelie bin is a garbage can that you put on the curb. That's what a wheelie bin is.
But, like, we just got them. They were brand new. And I was like, oh, because we were trying to, like, fill them up with water because we wanted to have a swimming pool because we were poor. She just spat water all over me. Thanks for that,
Were you
Mallory.
trailer trash?
Pretty much. But, so then I...
You had a beautiful new wheelie bin. Thank you very much.
Then I said, I bet you can't get in there. So she got in there and she got stuck. And she's like, Ben! And I just went inside and, I don't know, played Nintendo 64 or something.
Oh my gosh.
But in a weird way, this is relevant because people do this stuff to each other, and you could present it in a movie. Like, if Jamie just had a falling out with her brothers, or let's say, sorry, it'd be the other way around. If Jamie's brothers had a falling out with her, and we had, Stevie, and it was a story about how his sister abused him.
Who the heck is Stevie?
I'm not going to give real names here.
I don't have a Stevie.
That's the point. I'm not giving real names. The names are changed to protect the innocent,
Dumb name.
But if there was the I, Stevie movie and he was telling his story, he could very well tell it as like, my sister Jamie was terrible to me. She threw a fork and it stuck out of the back of my head.
You know what?
And I'm not saying that this is like, it wasn't abusive, but the stories get mixed up. When every character is a terrible person, like in this movie, when every character is a complete boob, like in this movie, some of these stories, it's just what happens. It's just life.
You guys have no idea what I had to put up with, and
so now comes the defense of Jamie
and some of the stuff that my brother
they found it in her mouth. Oh,
yeah. There was one brother in particular that used to literally pin
we talked about this 3 days ago.
Fart in my mouth, and another thing that he did was he was very talented at drooling and letting his drool hang, like, honestly, like more than. What is a foot? 12 inches? Honestly,
and then suck it back in?
Probably, yeah, like a foot and a half. And then sucking it back in when I thought it was going to land on me and I would start to scream, he would suck it back in and then do it again.
That's disgusting.
What is wrong with Canadians?
You locked your sister in a wheelie bin.
But you know what, though? They would beat anybody up who even tried to hurt me.
Yeah.
Yeah, and you know what? Like, hey, Jeff tried to beat somebody up who tried to hurt Tanya. Nancy Kerrigan.
And Jamie, I think you would kick Colin's ass, let's be honest.
I don't know. Colin has pretty strong lower half.
Oh.
Jamie, you...
Wow.
Wait, I'm sorry.
Wow.
I'm sorry.
That just happened.
I just realized what I said. That I pretty much called you a girl from the voice.
That's not what I was
thinking. I love how innocent comedians are. I said something.
Oh wait, I get
it. Weak upper body.
I get it. Wink.
Okay.
Don't start sneezing again, Jamie. We know what that means.
I'm going to do a role on my husband's show, Get Shorty. So I've got 4 episodes of that, and that does shoot in LA, which is great, and happens to be written by my husband. So that ticks all the boxes.
You'd want to hope he'd cast you at some point. You'd want to think that maybe.
I have to say, there was a moment where I was like, dude, what do I have to do here? What's it gonna fucking take? And he was like, no, I should be so lucky. Here you go.
We left the ground. You know what happened.
I wanted to introduce it.
All right, hang on a minute. Let's try this again.
Wait, do I actually get to introduce it?
Yes.
I wasn't expecting that. So, when I said that we can have hope for this team, I was wrong.
Welcome to the life of being a Carlton supporter. endless disappointment and frustration.
It was only 21 points.
It was only 21 points. We'll take that as a win. Now, we just did a video, and you're going to be repeating yourself, but you enjoyed it.
I did.
And what did you say about 5 minutes ago? This might be your new favourite sport?
Yes.
I'm glad. Any highlights to take out of this game tonight?
I don't know, we suck.
Do you feel a little bit part of it now that you're at least wearing the team's colours and shit?
Yeah. I really enjoyed it. I think I enjoyed it more than the Anzac Day game, which apparently isn't a popular opinion. But I think I just understood it more and was more.
Well, I think, you were very excitable. You cheered, you got frustrated, you were into it. And I think the more you go to, the more you'll learn it, and the more you'll know, as we have very loud trained people in the background. But we did just say to you a few minutes ago, well, I just said to you, not we, that you would gladly watch this game on TV.
Yeah.
Which I'm glad for. Good answer. I don't know why I squeaked really loudly when I did that. That was a little bit awkward. I think my balls might be finally about to drop. She's giving me a look. Welcome to the life of being a Brink co-host, where you always look at Ben and go, why the fuck am I doing this?
Cool. I've never been there.
And most men have said they've never been to Hillary Clinton.
Well, it's usually Bill, but I had to explain to Mallory the rules of safe, which was a fun thing. She really didn't quite understand
I think we have to lay it out.
She's just walked in the room now, by the way, so we're trying to basically go on to the point that I had to explain to you the rules of safe. Like when you fart and you say safe, otherwise I could punch you until you... Yeah, she doesn't really remember it, so...
Hello, Mallory.
He said hello in a Canadian accent from South Park.
How are you, buddy?
She can't hear you, and I don't think he can hear you.
I know, but it's making you laugh, and she looks like she's awkward as hell at the moment.
She's gonna move in. Our listeners at home have no idea what's happening right now.
The way she came in was
yes, would you like to say hello on the recording? Hello, everyone. This is Mallory.
Hello. I just figured that they had stopped recording because they greeted me, but it's fine.
No, you can give me a kiss, though.
Okay, you're Canadian.
Aw, look at that.
She's no longer my buddy. She's my friend.
So there's definitely things I can do, but I can't change wholesale storylines. And plus, as a freelance episodic director, you kind of come into a moving train so you have to continue storylines. And I don't know what the continuing storylines were. The B and C story on Snowblind.
It's not important. Look, I'm seeing here Scott Williams wrote that one, so I'll save all my negativity for him if we ever get him on the show. But
Scott's the best. Scott will definitely come on your podcast. Him and I meet for lunch. Everyone, he's been on NCIS for years now, and but he's such a lovely guy, and he's one of the good ones. Yeah, well, I'll hip him to you guys, and we'll get him on your podcast.
Tell him that we'll talk to him not just about the negative stuff. Like I'm sure, we can talk to him about other episodes that weren't Snowblind.
Deal.
Well, it's time to close. Are you okay? Are you okay? Shall I tickle you a bit?
Food.
Glory, it's food, bread, waffles, and
keep sucking those oranges, Hobart, and good night.
That's got to do more of a wrap up.
Food.
Like us on Facebook, follow us on Twitter
and Instagram.
Brink's not on Instagram, but you can follow me on Instagram, NYC55David. Follow Mallory at life_of_Mal. She posts so much, you'll be inundated by all her posts.
You will.
We're on YouTube. Which is nice.
You can subscribe.
Yep. Do you subscribe to our YouTube channel?
I don't have a YouTube account.
How excited are you for the Brink Unleashed 9?
So excited! My face is going to be on the TV screen.
We might edit you out of it. You got a little pouty face.
Food.
I've done a bit of research here.
Oh, good.
I've got some names for you on people who've done the ads going back to London and where they finished. So, London 2012, Cadell Evans in the cycling, 80th in the road race, then pulls out of the time trial.
Okay.
Time trial. Leighton Hewitt in the tennis, lost in the third round, lost in the quarters in the mix. Matt Target in the swimming, was in the men's 4x100 freestyle relay that were really the team that was hyped up to win, didn't place.
Fourth.
Rio 2016, Matt Glazer, the track cycling, fourth in the men's sprint, fourth in the men's team sprint. The Campbell sisters swimming, famous chokers in the 100-meter freestyle. Eleanor Patterson in the high jump. She won a gold medal at the Commonwealth Games, failed to qualify for the final at the Olympics. Carmen Martin in the taekwondo, lost first round. The men's and women's hockey teams both lost in the quarterfinals. The women's basketball team lost in the quarterfinals. The women's water polo team lost a penalty shootout in the quarterfinals. Then, of course, we had in Pyeongchang Scotty James third in the halfpipe, which, I mean, that was good.
That's a win.
But could have done better. And then Danielle Scott 12th in aerials. The only person who has beat this jinx is Dylan Alcott in the Paralympic Games with a gold in the men's singles and doubles in the team.
Wow. Okay, then. So, essentially, if you are an able-bodied athlete, the best you can ever hope for on Swiss multivitamins is bronze. If you are a para-athlete, just knock yourself out in the Swiss vitamins. You will go for gold. That's incredible. I'm impressed that you've done your research there, Jared. Now, was this a simple case of going over all the ads that you've recorded on your PC, or is there actually like a list, like Swiss multivitamins, we're so proud to sponsor the following athletes?
No, there isn't a Wikipedia page as yet. But yeah, I just basically Googled Swiss multivitamin ads in YouTube and had a look at them, and yeah, the research is compelling.
So much is a show, Yvonne, that I want you guys all to kind of just come together again and do something like... I think my goal here secretly is to get all you guys like talking about the show enough that you'll all contact each other for a massive group thing, and then I'll be the host. Let's be honest, I'll just fanboy it out. But I just think that everyone needs to get together.
Now that they're doing... I think what we should do, and maybe you can lead the way, is I think we should bring the show back. They're doing it for Will and Grace.
Absolutely.
I heard that they're talking about Mad About You.
Yep.
I think why not?
Roseanne, I think the X-Files. I mean, they're all bringing them all back.
Doing it?
Yeah, I think so.
Why don't we bring ER and Third Watch
Yes,
back?
and just don't even like have them separately. Just combine them. Like I know they're in different cities, but you can still, I don't know, work out some way of doing it.
Yeah, I don't know.
I like this.
How can we do that? There's a really fast. We have SpaceX that we
possibly
use as our ambulance or something.
Or maybe like
a bullet train.
Maybe the hospital, what was it, Cook County, burns down in Chicago, so the staff have to go to New York and they all work in, then you're all already there.
Right.
So, there's Noah Wiley. George Clooney comes back.
Oh yeah, that would be fine with me. Don't tell Anthony.
I didn't hear that. I like these ideas. I like these ideas.
I think they're great.
I know Canada won gold. I know that's important to talk about. I know the Canadian men's ice hockey team are through to the semis. I know lots is happening in the world of Canada. But let's just be honest. New Zealand have won a medal! That's right! New Zealand have won a freaking Winter Olympics medal! They've gotten a bronze in the big air at the whatever the hell it is.
Oh, spoiler!
Oh, sorry to spoil it. Zoe Sadowski-Synot has taken the bronze medal. And this isn't even in the one where they had 3 finalists in it. It's absolutely crazy to think this. She's only 16, as it's been pointed out to us on the Australian coverage about 100 times. She's Australian-born. So, Jared, I've got to go to you first of all. How's this? Reactions, New Zealand, they've broken the 26-year drought. There's Party Central in Auckland, in Wellington, in Christchurch. The country's going off.
Yeah, I mean, it's a bit devastating for us, but I suppose we take solace in the fact that it is just a bronze, and typical Australians trying to claim somebody who has some tenuous link to the country.
No, we did say that they have to win a bronze medal. We said, no, they're not winning any other colour, and we're probably going to jinx them by saying that in terms of, the fact that we know that they've got at least 3 people in the men's half-pipe with the skiing. 26 years since Annalise Coburger took the silver on that infamous day in New Zealand sporting history back in Albertville. What a moment. I mean, Colin, you're watching this sort of live. You're CBC are pulling a Channel 7 here right now and claiming it's live then, because you haven't even seen this yet.
I mean, they're not claiming it's live. I'm just behind on my PVR. I haven't caught up to the recording yet. But it's funny because just as we were about to go on the air, Jamie was watching the New Zealander wipe out whichever run we're in right now. And then she's like, oh, she just wiped out so hard. And I'm like, she goes on to win a bronze medal. And it's like, no, I don't think so. And like, she's doubting me because she's like, well, then she must do something spectacular after this because that was awful.
Well, clearly she did. I've just seen here, she's 16 years old. She looks like she's about 12, if I'm looking at a picture over here. She's already putting all the news out there. Stuff.co.nz, New Zealand's iconic news website, has the headline, Nailed it, Zoe! Sadowski-Synot takes bronze. It's got breaking news. Kiwi big air snowboarder Zoe Sadowski wins bronze at the Winter Olympics. And meanwhile I thought, would they have this on news.com.au? Would they be breaking news about New Zealand winning a medal? Their Winter Olympic headline is live. Why? Rich as shit Norway is crushing it. So news.com.au don't give a shit. But this is like, I messaged our good friend Nook Chester, of course, who works with us on the Oz Network. We had a bit of a segment that we recorded yesterday for the Brink about this. He's pumped up, he's excited. There's parties going on right now in New Zealand. I mean, this has to be, Jared, their biggest ever sporting triumph ever. Bigger than the World Cups in the rugby. Bigger than, we beat them in the cricket last night because they suck. But this is an iconic day for New Zealand.
Yeah, I'm calling it a national holiday tomorrow. Nobody working. They'll all be hungover. And then I think, every year that goes on, it will be marked as a national holiday.
I'm literally looking at the other headlines on stuff.co.nz. This is a day that New Zealand has once again been named the least corrupt country in the world. But that's all irrelevant because they've won a bronze medal at the Winter Olympics in a sport that only got brought in for the first time this time around. So it takes a new sport for them to finally break the duck. But that's it, New Zealand. Can we just say, that's it. No more. No more medals. You've won, you won. That's all you need. Do not get any in the ski half-pipe because you will not go ahead of Australia. Then it's gone from being happy for New Zealand to starting riots, and we will declare war on New Zealand. But go ahead, Colin.
You could solve this very easily by just inviting every New Zealand winter athlete off the podium to guarantee they don't win anymore.
Yeah, well, it'll only take about an hour to get through them. There's Tom. Hello, Tom. How'd you go on the skiing? Oh, pretty good, Bruce. When did Aussies hear the famous advertising song Happy Little Vegemites? 1954, 1961, 1965, 1973.
Can you sing the song for us,
As
please?
a happy little Vegemite, as bright can be. We all enjoy our Vegemite for breakfast, lunch and tea. Our mommy says it's growing stronger every single day because we love our Vegemite. We all enjoy our Vegemite. It puts a rose in every cheek. Every Australian knows that song.
Ben just sang a song.
Personally, my favourite is, hey, where's our wheat bix? We need them every day. You can't be a champion unless I hear you say. Yeah, that was it.
I like the Vegemite song better.
Here's a happy little Vegemite. Oh, what about Mortine? Was that Louis the Fly? He's Louis the Fly. He's Louis the Fly, and they killed him with a
Happy
cannon.
little Vegemite.
Chicken feed is all you need.
You know what's funny?
Yes, I do, Ben.
Before coming here, we would at home we pronounce. You guys say Vegemite. We just say Vegemite.
Vegemite.
Because we say it the way that we would read it.
Yeah, well.
And that's what it looks like. It looks like Vegemite. And then you come here and everyone says Vegemite. So when my mom came and visited me, that was like one of our running jokes because she thought it was so funny that you guys say Vegemite.
It's an Australian product, so
I know.
That's like just racist.
I'm going to get this one wrong, so just tell me the answer.
I don't know the answer. It's A, 54.
That was my guess.
it's obviously not ideal, but I actually don't think this is the worst outcome for Matt. He could be quite a happy guy that's just happening to have sex with his sister.
Can I stop you for a second, Nick? I'm the Tasmanian here. I'm meant to be the one loosely defending Matt's incestuous behaviour here. If this is involving a sheep, then maybe I can understand you. But, like, this is a bit creepy, Nick.
Yeah, I'm just saying, like, and like I say, you just need to keep everything on the Matt perspective. Is that this is not normal for normal people, but in terms of what Matt's been doing, this is nowhere near the worst thing that he's ever done. So they should be stopping this, but it's also there's a lot of other things Matt should probably have stopped as well.
Oh, I just love the way Matt should stop.
Yeah, I just feel I'm digging a hole there, and it's maybe time to just stop.
Danny Minogue. You won't believe the music.
Anakin murdering younglings, making him more in the dark side. Jar Jar dying that we never see. This is the 10 things I like about Star Wars movies. Obi-Wan murdering Maul. Commander Cody shooting Obi-Wan. I've lost count already, but this is for Star Wars, the best movie series, second to James Bond. I always love Natalie Portman in that ripped white shirt too. Anakin getting burnt to a crisp in the end of episode 3. My favourite part, is the Ewoks kicking off the Empire. Darth Maul then cut into 2 pieces, and the Emperor getting chucked down into a pit. I think that's 10. I really do.
Are you done? Or you keep going?
There's more Star Wars music coming on.
Hang on, I don't know if he's stopped.
Solo was alright.
What?
But I don't know. I'm going to end it now.
Alright, I heard the crowd cheering. The fact you didn't... Oh, we hung up on us. That was a good song. I hope this has got lyrics on the screen, otherwise I'm going to be screwed. Alright, here we go. Hey Mallory, where are you going? Up to the shop to do some sewing. Maybe I should look at you next. Find out what my favorite things are. This is the high pitch bit, isn't it? Oh shit. She's got nice eyes and they're really nice to see. Her hair is pretty even though it doesn't go to her knee. I also like the way she does smelly things out of a bum. That's a weird one, but we're past the number 1. Mallory's top 10 things. I'm going to sing high pitch now. Top 10 things about Mallory. This is really awkward when you two can't hear the music. Alright, I've done 3 things. It's time to get through 7 more. She has nice clothes that are pretty. She's also got a cute bum. I meant to
sing about things that are appropriate. Taking away a few things, such as things that I can't sing about. She's a good cook and she makes decent cordial. She also snores occasionally, which is okay because it's not as much as me. Mallory's top 10 things. I think there were 3 more to go, don't I? She has a cute mole on her chin. There we go, that's 8. She likes football. That's 9. Oh no, I've run out of words. Oh no, it's the instrumental bit. Yeah. Dun, 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 dun. I don't know. I really want to know what people in this house are thinking is happening right now. I don't know what's going on. Dun. Play the synthesizer, Josh. Keep going. That's good. Yo. I'll rap. Mallory, she's sitting on the bed. She likes to look at a shed. But before you know it... Oh shit, there's more words. I've got 2 more. 1 more, 2 more, 1 more. Shit, I'll say 2 more if it gets me to 11. She has a nice backpack that has lots of stuff in it. Mallory's backpack. And if I need to say one thing more, she has a pretty phone cover. Okay. Am I finished? Keep going. There's only a few more lyrics. Mallory's got more than 10 things that I like about her. There's a lot more to say about her. I think I've lost the tune of this song. Let's just be honest. Mallory has nice things about her. Woo. Fade out the song.
Far out. That was an epic.
What 3 things learn about you? Time I actually appreciated Dill. Roar, I'm a lion. Kuna Matata. What a better phrase than you're welcome. The Lion King. The greatest Disney movie ever made. It has lots of lions in it. And some Timon animals, meerkats. And the ones that Pumbaa is, because this is the Lion King. Warthog. It's so much better than Moana. Don't need the Rock in it, cause you've got Rowan Atkinson. And Mallory doesn't know who Rowan Atkinson is. Go piss off back to the other side of the room. Because the Lion King has more storyline. It makes you cry in it, because spoiler alert, Mufasa dies, and then Simba cries. It's Jonathan Taylor Thomas, remember him? Then it's Matthew Broderick and other cool people, because it's the Lion King. And I'm going to fade down now because Josh is going to take over. The Lion King.
I see you're Rowan Atkinson, playing a bluebird with a big beak. But Alan Tudyk does a better bird. That's a chicken in it, didn't you know? Lion King is a rip-off of the play Hamlet. and the Rock is cooler than a lion. Let's see the Islanders go against a lava monster. Not a creepy uncle with a weird nickname, 'cause Moana is better.
Alright, just bring this home, because that's bullshit. You're full of it. Your Newcastle and New South Wales brain. Stupid.
I go to Richmond.
Okay, no. Okay, you didn't, because you didn't sing about Moana. You simply talked down the Lion King. You barely mentioned anything about it, and you just talked about my movie. Which means that I'm winning this, because it's better than Moana. Moana's based on nothing more than stupid things, and that little girl's weird, and I don't like it. You sing this last bit.
And I'm the best. You're in a vest. Moana is better than the Lion King. Let's look at all himself. But Jango Fett was also in it. He was her father, didn't you know? In the island, they like coconuts, not bugs.
I've got a lovely bunch of coconuts, sung by Rowan Atkinson in the Lion King.
My name is Ben, and I didn't swear, you cunt.
And my name is Dixie Wrecked. I mean, Tess Tickler. I mean, Colin.
And my name is Noah, and sorry, Ben, you're not my type.
My name's Nick, and I have no problems getting naked.
My name is Ben, and I wouldn't say no to Bush, but I prefer cock.
My name is Colin, and I'm sorry, I got nothing else. I'm bored.
안녕하세요. 지금 노아입니다. 만나서 반갑습니다.
I'm Nick, and rubber coating of this all over your genitals and make yourself hard.
My name is Ben, and I don't have a stupid haircut.
And my name is Colin, and the test results are in. I definitely have breast cancer.
My name is Rusty, and you don't need eyes to bake a cake.
And I'm Nick, and I feel like I'm trying to sell semen at a whorehouse.
My name is Ben, and oh, hi, doggy.
My name is Colin, and mustache.
My name is Jamie, and
My name's Nick, and dildo sales are down. It's the goddamn economy.
My name is Ben, and listening to this podcast is the worst idea in the history of bad ideas.
My name is Colin Peyton Talpus in Westgate.
I'm Mallory, and we go together like Rama Lama Lama Kadinga De Dinga Dong.
My name's Nick, and shouldn't you be getting dysentery shots?
My name is Ben, and what are you guys thinking? A gangbang?
My name is Colin, and you've got a really warm hand.
My name is Darvell, and touch me again and I'll kick your ass.
My name's Nick, and they should just be honest and rename this show shit.
My name is Ben, and no fucking shit, lady. Do I sound like I'm ordering a pizza?
My name is Colin, and I have a kind of okay feeling about this.
My name's Jared, and it's another glorious morning that makes me sick.
My name's Nick, and you want some cream on top?
And my name is Ben, and I hate you.
My name is Colin, and but you look sweet upon the street on a bicycle built for two.
And my name is Jamie, and you can call me No Ball because I have no balls.
I'm Nick, and I'd like to know what an Adonis sounds like when he jerks off.
My name is Ben, and you want to know what's weird? Every time I see you, I get a hard on.
My name is Colin, and nobody wants to play with a Colin in the box.
My name is Mallory, and let me just touch it for a second.
My name's Nick, and my entire sexual history consists of a single blowjob from a man.
My name is Ben, and I felt a lot of shame when my significant other told me that my vagina reminded him of a roast beef sandwich.
My name is Colin, and Ben stopped sniffing my swimming trunks.
I'm Rossi, and the amount of people on this podcast are equal to the amount of people that show up to a Morgan McMichael's meet and greet.
And my name's Nick, and you've got the tits of a 30-year-old.
My name is Ben, and you were thinking of me while you were masturbating into my granddaughter's panties?
And my name is Colin,
I got the city council chewing my eggs for that plane you crashed in the California Raisins doing an all-male version of the Dire Man Frank. Give me your badge!
My name is Jared, and I too once got 2 paintball tickets for my birthday and just let them expire.
My name is Nick, and you know how hard it makes my dick.
My name is Ben, and I'll bend you over my desk and make you my sloppy bottom till I get every last cent.
My name is Colin, and I have nothing to say because this was a humorless movie without any funny lines to repeat in this opening introduction.
My name is Jamie, and it's mutual, I'm sure.
My name's Nick, and oh my, you have a penis.
My name is Ben, and podcasting is all that matters, otherwise I would just drink and have sex all the time.
My name is Colin, charlatan, deadbeat, parasite. How Gomez loved me.
My name is Mallory, and you want a juice box and some string cheese?
My name's Nick, and the good ones you forget, the bad ones are forever.
My name is Ben, and my grandma and your grandma were sitting by the fire. My grandma told your grandma, I'm going to set your flag on fire, talking about, hey now, Iko one day, Giacomo Fino, no, blah, 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 blah.
My name is Colin, my brother's a virgin.
Is that really your line?
Yes.
That sucked.
And my name is Rossi, and if I attempted to explain this movie, your brain would liquefy and explode.
And I'm Nick, and when we get between the sheets, it's magic.
My name is Ben, and when I was little, I had a cat. That's the one-liner of this movie. Would you rather be transported permanently 500 years into the future or 500 years into the past?
Into the past.
I would do past, and then you would research the shit out of it, and then, like, know everything, and then make yourself rich off it. So, like, you know, you would invent, like, what got invented 500 years ago? I don't know, like, the horse. You'd invent the horse or something like that. Would you rather...
You say the horse?
I don't know.
The horse is an animal.
Shh. Would you rather never be able to use a touchscreen? Well, you know what I mean. You'd invent something that was used 500 years.
What was invented 500 years ago? The horse.
You would invent something that was needed, and you would be rich. Like Thomas Edison invented the light bulb.
Horse.
You would work out how they did it, so you'd invent the light bulb.
Work out how to make a horse.
Shut up. Would you... Would you rather never be able to use a touch screen or never be We've lost her. I don't think we're getting her back here. She's literally crying right now. I don't even know what she's laughing at anymore. I don't even know what she's laughing at anymore. We've lost her. We've lost her.
I better just go and vet the horse. I'm okay.
Are you sure? Are you?
Yep, I'm good.
Are you good?
Yeah.
Are you sure? You need a moment? Ladies and gentlemen, I think we're going to... I don't think I've ever had anyone laugh as much on this show as we literally have right now.
I'm crying so much right now.
Oh my goodness.
Maybe this is one of the reasons why I still love Grant, because I can kind of identify with those a little bit. I mean, I don't know if you're the same way. Like, maybe I wouldn't even say it's different now that I've had a baby. I'm definitely comfortable with my baby. I'm comfortable with, like, my nieces and nephews. But if somebody brings their kid around me, I'm like, oh, hey, there, guy.
Oh, believe me, I am the same. Yes. I love my nephews. I love my niece. Love them. I've spent the last week in a house with one child that I will not comment further without risk of getting into trouble from authorities what I would like to do to it. As in, like, not in that context. No, not
do you want to tell us about your crush on 12-year-old Ariana Richards?
No! Valerie's even laughing.
Oh, I am so happy I'm editing this episode.
Shit.
Best of moment. Quick, backpedal, Ben, backpedal.
I meant murder, not
I'm so much better. No, it's nothing bad. I'm just talking about murdering a child.
God created Ben. Ben created a podcast. Podcast destroyed Ben.
Because Ben killed a child. But it's okay, he could have done much worse. Well, back to your point.
Oh, God.
We were talking about awkwardness in children.
Little shit children showing up when you don't want them.
What's so funny is that I wasn't sure how you would respond to Lex and Tim, so the only note I have at this point in the movie is Ben and kids with a question mark, which is taking on a whole other context.
Why would I not react to Lex and Tim?
You're always complaining when children are in movies.
We like Lex and
No,
Tim.
it's always like, the kids in the movie now.
As I always establish, if the kids are well acted and good characters, I'm not going to have a problem with them. These are good, well written, well acted children.
Yes.
Kelly is in the next one. The boy in number 3 is tolerable. I don't mind him. No, I like him. He's good. But the two in Jurassic World are shits. We don't like them.
You only want to do good things to these kids.
Well, there's a little girl in the 5th one. She looks annoying in the trailer, so...
You know your partner pretty well. In what categories do you know them less well? Maybe the two of you haven't talked much about your childhood experiences, or you've or you've she. I swear there's missing a letter in that word there.
Shied.
Shied.
You've shied away.
See, I got a journalism degree, I swear I do. Oh, you shied. Oh, you shied away from talking about topics related to negative emotions. It's a big word. It's got 5 letters. I thought it said shield. Apparently I'm dumb. We need to answer some of these ones off air. Alright. Thank you for
I'm crying.
Not the first person to ever listen to the show and say that. Moving on.
I would say it's probably also something that maybe people took a little bit of offense to who love the Mission Impossible TV show when you're recruiting agents, and now they even talk... Sorry.
Oh. Whoa. Whoa. Are you having some of that coffee that's been squirted with something soon?
But where was I going with that?
The toilet, apparently. I don't know. Jesus.
You sounds like an elephant choking.
It sounds like we're going back to the days of Titanic with snooty Britishmen. Yes, I'm rich. Oh.
That's how Max's henchmen talk. I always check the batteries.
Mr. Cruz, it's not my first time. I don't know what that was.
Running.
I'm ready. I'm ready. On your lasagna, get any on ya. I'm ready. I'm ready.
Running. That's like constipation. The way you just. What has happened to this show?
I don't know. No one's listening.
Anyways,
I like the whole just fed thing because it's the only time where they really are like, he gave his life to save ours, and it's like, well, his problem's over. Nobody's saying that about Dieter later on. Just the parts he didn't like. Why isn't Ian like, hey, show some respect? That man died so that we could live.
He pops up everywhere. He's like, hey, show some respect. Later on, are you okay? What's the matter? RJ's dead. Hey, show some respect. That was RJ. Everyone needs to re-edit that. It's like every single season. Jurassic Park 3, when the black dude gets eaten by the spider, so, hey, he was running towards the plane. Show some respect. When Vincent dies in Jurassic World, hey, he was a greedy son of a bitch who wanted to turn these dinosaurs into soldiers. Show some respect.
Yeah, endless possibilities. The scene with Dieter's death. I don't. This is a weird.
Sorry, this is the funniest one of all. You're gonna laugh your shit off at this one. When the Indominus Rex gets eaten by the mosasaur, hey, he was genetically created in the lab, which is T-Rex and Velociraptor. Show some respect. Anyway,
he didn't ask to be born that way. Show some respect.
It's like what's his rocket in Guardians of the Galaxy? I didn't ask to be created in a lab. Oh, that just then reminds me of Austin Powers with Scotty Eagle. I wish I was never artificially created in a lab. Show some respect.
Where are we?
Learn how to do a podcast, Colin Hilding. Show some respect to our listeners.
All they've heard so far is sneezing, coughing, lawnmowers, and fridges falling apart. I've actually lost where we are. Oh yeah, Dieter's death. Okay. Show some respect.
Is that what Canadians say? Because your flag is just red and white? Like, I'm going to bleed on the maple leaf to make sure that it's still red.
No, we don't. But we're thinking about changing our national anthem to Bad Day by Daniel Powder. So that's going to replace Canada.
That just sums up Canada. Oh, we've had a bad day, eh?
Had a bad day, eh?
No, I think you should change it to promiscuous. That also sums up Canadians. Promiscuous boy, wherever you are.
Aren't you with a Canadian? What are you saying?
Well, I'm clearly saying I'm having a promiscuous day. You're also with a Canadian. You're having a bloody bad day. So who's got the better partner here from Canada?
She's the one sending me memes about people choking themselves with seatbelts because they haven't had sex in 48
She wants to be promiscuous, but you're going 98 days without pleasuring your wife. There's a problem there. You're having a bad day.
There we go.
Another great Canadian national anthem, Colin. Your heart will go on if you actually do something with your wife. Don't you remember in the summer of '69 when everything was great?
Oh, Ben, this is how you
do. You'll do it for Jamie.
This is how you remind me of who I really am, okay?
Oh, don't be such a skater boy, Colin.
Hey,
don't be such a baby.
Nautical Disaster by the Tragically Hip.
Anything by Neil Young.
The Needle and the Damage Done.
Superman is dead. Shania Twain.
Man, I feel like a woman.
That don't impress me much.
William Shatner. What was that one?
William Shatner. Don't you understand my joke?
Now we start mentioning celebrities' names again. Alan Thicke.
Amy Jo Johnson. Jim Carrey.
Justin Trudeau.
Justin Trudeau's father. The Queen. Oh, wait. She just runs Canada. Never mind.
Driver. I do love your lyric in that one. A subtle reference, I feel, to a classic Aussie song when it comes to Kookaburra sits in an old gum tree, which, can I just say, great connection here to Australia, guys. Thanks for that.
That's right. We forgot about that. That's right. Funny. Yeah.
Which is, it's funny because I didn't realise how much well-known that song is overseas. I, as an Australian, we're kind of in a bubble, and then all of a sudden when I chat to some Americans, they're like, yeah, we love that song about that kookaburra, and I'm like, dude, you guys know that song? What's going on?
Well, the way it works in our family is our father loved the song, and our sister Hilda was a guitar player and singer, and every time she picked up the guitar, he would make her play it for him.
Wow.
So that kind of became symbolism of something, but there it was.
Wow. Well, you know, we appreciate that. We appreciate that.
Or they could have just gone the complete opposite route and just cast Philip Seymour Hoffman as a love interest, because they got the chemistry.
And then everybody would have finally had confirmation about the rumours about Tom Cruise for a long time. So, I hope he doesn't listen. We just got sued.
They're going to threaten, he's going to cancel his publicity for Fallout unless we pull reruns of this podcast.
Let's be honest, we'd love that. It means people would actually pay attention to us. So, please, Tom Cruise, let's just say it. You're gay. Sue me. All right, cool. Move on.
Hey, and come on, you know what? Philip Seymour Hoffman was coming off of playing Capote 6 months earlier, all right? Yeah. Coincidence?
Not at all. John Travolta and Tom Cruise were hanging out together a lot on this movie. So
hold on a second. Jonathan Rhys-Meyers, one of the things he was most well known for at this point, was a movie called Velvet Goldmine, where he played a fictional version of Iggy Pop, who was constantly having gay sex with a fictional version of Mick Jagger or something, played by Ewan McGregor.
Which, let's be honest, as soon as somebody in a movie is having gay sex, then in real life you're having gay sex. So Tom Cruise was having all the gay sex at this point. Ving Rhames and Tom Cruise having the gay sex. Billy Crudup and Tom gay sex everywhere on the Lawrence Fishburne. Take the red pill or the blue pill, whichever gets me hard, so we can have the gay sex. Like, that's all it was. Tom Cruise, sue us right now. We're saying it. Stop having the gay sex and sue us. Okay.
There we go. Podcast made. Worldwide publicity. Tom Cruise is gay, people. He's not really. Sorry. I'm sorry, Mr. Cruise.
And even if he is, there's nothing wrong with that. We're just wanting to get sued. All right? Like, that's it. We are defaming one of Hollywood's greatest actors live on air right now. We are admitting to it. Lawyers come after us. Please. I will have the gay sex with Tom Cruise and film it to prove that this is true. All right? So I can get sued. I want to get sued by Tom Cruise. That's it. Download the Oz Network.
This is one of those moments where we're like, do we put this in the best of? Or do we not?
It's in the best of. You know that for a fact.
It's already in there. You're listening to the best of right now. 6 months later, you know this, people.
It's just so we could have a track on the best of called either Tom Cruise is gay or Sue Us Tom Cruise.
Because, like, let's be honest, South Park is still going strong 12 years later, okay?
Yes. Come on. Like, I mean, South Park was a big deal, but then this came along. I mean, you know, just think about the ramifications if all of a sudden we get the cease and desist, you know, remove that episode from Paramount Pictures. We're going straight to the media, a small, upstarted podcast that's struggling to survive, faced with massive legal action. Whose side is the world going to take? Ours. Like, come on.
Listen, I think you're onto something here. I don't want to start any rumors, but I did hear that Tom Cruise and Kevin Spacey once were working on a project together.
Well, yeah. And it was directed by Bryan Singer, and Harvey Weinstein was a producer. So, yeah.
I heard
That's
that too.
Hollywood, people.
Yeah, it's about time we speak out about this. You know, hashtag me too. Come on. Wow, that went downhill fast.
The wedding scene where Tom Cruise marries a woman. What do we want to talk about?
She's his beard. All right, this is all a fake. That's all it is. He's having the gay sex with the priest. My number is 041. My address is to send all legal documents to.
He does marry a woman here.
A woman. Inverted commas.
We don't want to start any other rumors here, but we did hear that Michelle Monaghan might have been Jonathan Rhys-Meyers in drag. Okay,
Yeah,
so
just
let's just get that out there.
That's all it is.
But yeah, we obviously they get a break. Dieter's got to go to the ladies' room, to which Carter doesn't hear because Carter's listening to the best of Enrique or something like that. Enrique Iglesias. That's Enrique. Enrique. Can we just point out, I love like when Dieter goes to the bathroom, Dieter was busting to do a shit because he's like running to the thing. He's trying to undo he's all like, oh. Get it open. He's busting. Poor old Dieter. And then a little compy comes up to him. He zaps it with his cattle prod. He obviously like lets go of a couple of nuggets. And then the next thing along, he's like walking around the forest, shouting out, Carter! Now, okay, we get it. Carter's listening to Enrique's CD. But what, like, Carter's like so close to everyone else. Why does nobody else hear? Poor old Dieter.
I know!
Why doesn't one of these guys just go, oh my god, Carter, can't you hear him?
They're like 3 feet apart.
Everyone hates Dieter, clearly. They're just like, oh, there's Dieter again.
You know what it is? Like, everybody else is just, they're hearing it, but they're also hearing the music playing. And Enrique's most famous song was, Da la 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 Carter, la 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 Carter.
They're all having like a big dance. Everyone's in the jungle like, oh, everyone, sing your part. Anyway, poor old he falls down a cliff and he gets attacked by compies. He gets rid of some of them before getting attacked and eventually succumbing to death in the river. I do like the scenes though when we've got, because I think they set this up quite well, because you know obviously we've only seen these little compies attack a little girl, so we know that they're going to be a bit vicious. But Dieter doesn't know that. He thinks based on his experiences, they're easy ones to overcome. But I do like it when we kind of got them all on him. You got that one of like the compy like biting his lip, like ripping his skin off his lip. And it's, you know, it's a, I don't say fun. Fun's not the right word. It's a very dark scene, I guess, kind of. It's graphic as best as you can have in a Jurassic Park movie. But, you know, I liked Dieter. Blink and you miss him. But, you know, more than AJ's death. So, meanwhile, as we see the blood go into the stream, Carter, has to be hit with a rock. Like, scene.
But are we not about to get to maybe the most famous scene in this whole movie? Where after yelling at each other for 5 seconds, we're all of a sudden back up on the roof to it. Oh, I think we all need to do our own version of this right now. To which Johnny walks out of the thing. I did not hit her. I did not. It's a lie. I did not. Oh, hi, Mark. I don't even know where to begin with this.
All right. Rossi, your turn. I did not hit her. I did not. Jamie's doing it in the back. Jamie, come here. Give your rendition of the sea. Jamie, come here. They're not seeing you if you're dressed or not. Don't worry about it.
Jamie, it's all right. We've already seen boobs today. We're all good.
Okay, give your rendition of the scene.
I did not hit her. I did not. Hey, Mark.
Oh, hi, Mark.
Can you get Casper to do it?
He's in this stage right now where he's starting to repeat things that he's hearing other people say. So, like, he goes to daycare, and all of a sudden he starts coming back saying, "Oh dear," to everything. And now Jamie's trying to change his diaper, and he's coming back and he's saying, "Go away," because he's hearing other kids say it. I swear to you, by the end of this week, with the amount of times this line is quoted, he will be saying, "Oh, hi, Mark."
Oh, hi, Mark. I really want to hear Rossi do it.
I did not hit her. I did not. Oh, hi, Mark.
I did not hit her. I did not. Oh, hi, Mark.
Oh, it's just like the biggest shift in tone in movie history. It's like coming out of this thing and just like, I did not do it. I did not hit her. I did not. Just like phrases in time. Oh, hi, Mark.
And meanwhile, we haven't even been shown a scene where he's been confronted about hitting her. Like, how does he even know this?
Yes. Like, it's just randomly popped up on the grapevine. Like, you know, oh, guess what? That Johnny, that banker guy, everyone's favourite customer, has been back at bashing his wife again. Classic Johnny.
And that's why I think that scene with the girl and the record store girl, and the same thing here with Ilse is in the movie, because both of them are just kind of subtle.
Wow.
I'm yawning. You're sneezing. We have the most professional podcast on the internet. You know, I'm totally gonna hold on. I am gonna end this episode with the most massive fart you have ever heard on the Austin Network. We got to get on every bodily function by the time this episode's over.
Well, I know what I'm volunteering for then at the end. I need 3 pictures of Kevin Bacon and a picture of Pierce Brosnan's chest there, and I'll be good.
Achoo!
Ow, that hurt my man boobs.
Ben's snorting something hard to make him sneeze like that. Put some air on your chest.
I can put a muscle. What was that other one? Movie Madness? They probably got listeners.
Movie Mavericks, yeah. You wouldn't hear this on the Movie Mavericks.
Even them liking Mission Impossible 2. Like, god damn it.
You know what's great? Just showing how much work we put into editing these episodes. And granted, this is late in the game. I mean, as we said, we had some delays getting these last 2 episodes out there. But we will keep in Ben's obnoxiously loud sneeze. But me actually laughing at Ben's jokes, I mute myself. I don't want to hear.
I don't want to be associated with someone who...
I'll yawn on the air, but I don't want people hearing me laughing at Ben's jokes. It's just totally inappropriate.
You're actually breaking into the Canadian version of the Kremlin, which is
they're breaking
into
the Manitoba Legislative Building.
Hey, we did it. We're totally Ethan Hunt. They're breaking into the Royal Canadian Mounted Police headquarters. Oh, yeah, come on in. You want some secret files? Here you go. That's so what? Like, I want Canadian Mission Impossible. Dun, dun. Dudley Do-Right. Riding his little horse.
We're out of syrup. Bump, 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 bump.
Oh no! We've got to go break it.
Trudeau groped another woman.
Shoot
Da-da-da, da-da-da.
I'm going to climb the CN tower. Oh, don't forget to wear your safety harness. Okay.
Ta-da!
I'll meet you at Timmy's afterwards, eh? How about those Leafs? I can't.
How about that, Robin Thicke? Dun 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 dun.
That's a nice plane. Oh, you should see the sled dogs, eh? dun, 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 dun.
Dan Aykroyd.
Then
John
feel
Kent,
better.
Mike
Oh, I
Myers.
will with my universal health care.
Bum, 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 bum.
Oh, Tom Cruise, are you gay? You can get married here legally. You're all welcome. Dun, 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 dun. Again, these episodes literally are like an hour long. We just add the extra 2.5 hours to it. Dun, 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 dun. And then, like, basically,
The ride the pony motion.
So I don't know, like how I mean, I'm on a podcast right now. I'm motioning me sort of riding a pony, like thrusting his hips, like pretending he's fucking her. All right, like let's just put it out there, right there. But then I'm just trying to paint a picture.
The song does go. If you're horny, let's do it.
Ride it, my pony. There we go. My saddle is waiting.
Come and jump on it.
Ladies and gentlemen, Ben Waddle and Darvell Stewart.
I didn't think you knew that song.
Oh, come on, everyone knows that song. Well, maybe. I don't know. But, oh, where are we going with this?
Not the...
No, I've seen The Lion King. That's about it. Move on.
Even that, I mean, there's scary parts of The Lion King. There's Hakuna Matata, you know? But
terrifying, that song. Don't start singing it. It's going to be nightmares. What a wonderful phrase!
I meant there's terrifying parts, and then there's Hakuna Matata. I was that kid who was just up late at night. It's like, no, Hakuna Matata, Hakuna Matata, Hakuna Matata.
When he was a young warthog! When he was a young warthog!
Who are the two ones that sang that song?
Timon and Pumbaa.
Pumbaa and, yeah.
Nathan
they're in my closet.
Lane and
They're under my
that
bed.
other guy.
Nathan Lane's under my bed.
Jonathan Taylor Thomas turned into Matthew Broderick. How did it happen? And why aren't they doing any movies anymore? Don't replace them with new people in the new Lion King because it's stupid. No. Hashtag bring back Jonathan Taylor Thomas and Matthew Broderick for the Lion King live action film. You know, you've been doing this show for a couple of seasons now. You're fantastic, and I feel that only a couple of times it's been brought up that you are blind, and it's great. The fact that, I mean, it's not great that you're blind, that's sad, but like, it's great that you... I didn't mean it like that.
No. No, you're good, Ben. You are good. You're good. I mean, the way I look at it is, hey, it's. I mean, yeah, sometimes it does kind of get to me a little bit, but hey, gotta do the best with what you have. But go on.
The point I was trying to make
takes a lot to offend
great
me, man.
to have you on the show, and to for us to be able to discuss these episodes without it ever really being a factor, and I appreciate that, and I think that's great, and I commend you for you being you. There you go. Did I dig myself out of that hole?
Well, you really didn't dig yourself into a hole to begin with, because like I told you, it takes a lot to offend me. It's going to take a hell of a lot more than that.
I'll work on something, and I'll see if you hang up on me once.
And I think I heard Mallory kind of laughing in the background too, like, Ben, I think you might be digging yourself a hole here.
She's like, stop, Ben, stop, just don't.
Well, Mallory, everything's good. We're cool.
You know, we see a character that appears later on, a very background character that appears who's in the first one.
That was so confusing, because that guy in jail looks like a Sergei, and then I keep hearing Sergei, and I see the name Sergei, and I'm like, well, clearly it's the Russian ugly dude.
Are you saying all ugly Russians look the same to you?
Yes!
Racist.
I'll admit it, that is racist.
My family.
That's why I don't call Maria Sharapova Sergei, because she's not an ugly Russian, she's an attractive Russian.
Like Anna Kournikova. You're like, who's that Sergei Kournikova girl?
Vladimir Putin's attractive?
His horse's name is Sergei.
Sergei Lenin? That's about all the famous Russians I know.
Gorbachev. Rosa Sergei Kleb of Spectre.
Yes. There was that swimmer, Alexander Popov, Sergei Popov.
It's never ending.
Sergei Russian national hockey team.
Sergei Ovechkin of the Stanley Cup winning Washington Capitals.
Olympic athletes from Sergei. yes. Rossi, your thoughts on the ending?
They spend the entire time on the island trying to convince us that these people are going to be in love.
Yes.
And you want, you don't even, that's the ending they want us to give us in the second half of the movie. Second, third of the movie. Is that these people are going to fall in love and they're going to stay in love. And the movie's like, ooh, we're going to be clever and we're not going to give you that ending. But why waste our time for the entire movie convincing us that they're going to fall in love just to have them not fall in love? It's like the biggest tease ever. It's just such a letdown. I don't even care.
It's not even a tragic ending. It's just a dull ending.
It's just so upsetting. I don't even Colin made a good point. I don't need to have the perfect ending. I don't need to have the beautiful rainbows and they lived happily ever after. But at least give us a deserving ending. Give us something that's worth our enjoyment. Give us something enjoyable to watch. That was just so unfortunate. And I do have to disagree about her husband. If he has any slight inkling that she's not going to be happy, why is he forcing her to be married to him?
She's not forcing. She was perfectly happy married to him before. He hasn't done anything wrong.
We learned that she was unhappy in her life. I can only assume a part of it maybe is her marriage. So
that's never told to us in the movie, though.
Well, why would he force her if she obviously has feelings for someone else, and he's forcing her to stay married?
She's been stuck on an island with one person. If she was probably thinking to herself, at least this is what would be going through my mind if this is my wife.
He didn't do it out of love. He did it out of greed.
No, he didn't.
Yes,
what does he need? He doesn't get anything from her. He gets a miserable woman.
Yes. So what does he get? Nothing.
But he still wanted that.
She has money. He doesn't.
I'm telling you this as the married person on this podcast. If this were my wife, I'm going to say, don't talk to that guy. Because
you're being selfish.
No, it's not selfish at all. It's my wife.
Let Jamie be with Henry Cavill. Come on, Colin, you're being so inconsiderate.
No, you're
forcing her.
It's such a wrong ending for the movie because he's not a bad person, and let's look at this realistically. Yes, he is. He wore a nice shirt. She insulted him. He treated her to this cruise. He never said anything bad to anybody. He was polite to the staff when she wasn't. There's nothing wrong with the husband in this movie. We don't know enough about him to know if he's a good person or not.
There's nothing good about him.
What's good about him is that he's not willing to just let his wife run away because she was stuck on an island with some guy. She's not in love. This guy. Yes, I love that he's the one holding her back from being with the abusive rapist, Rossi.
Don't you remember? They got drunk. They did charades. They made love.
How is it that the biggest debate, probably in the history of you two I've ever heard, is on the podcast for Swept Away?
Well, it's just
because Colin is an idiot when true love is involved.
But the fact is that he's in love with his wife. Why should he give her up? He's fighting to keep her.
He didn't fight. He just tricked her to stay married.
Tricking it all. Okay, this is my whole point. Madonna, at one point, probably thought, we'll never be rescued. Now, if Jamie's on that deserted island and she has sex with Henry Cavill, I'm waiting for her reaction.
She doesn't need to be on a deserted island.
Colin, she's already gone into another room to think about that a little bit further. It's all good.
But if that happens, in some way I'm going to think to myself, you know what? She was probably thinking she was there forever. she was never going to come back to me or Casper or anything else. But when she's back, she's back. She still agreed to marry me.
Colin.
You know, she still agreed to be with me forever. If Mallory is off with Henry Cavill,
One of the Ryans.
Ryan Gosling or something like that, on a deserted island, she comes back, are you intercepting the note?
Colin, if Mallory is on a deserted island with Ryan Gosling, she ain't coming back, alright? She is there forever. There would be military trying to drag her off the island, and she's planting herself on that island never to be seen again. If I see a news story saying Ryan Gosling missing with a random Canadian girl expected dead, I'm assuming I'm screwed. Alright, back onto, finding someone else.
Well, let's stick with Ryan Gosling, because it's Ryan Reynolds. He's going to divorce her in about 3 weeks. But Ryan Gosling has more class than that, right? But, here's the thing. He is not a good guy, like Italian guy, PP or whatever. He's not a good guy from what we've seen. We don't know anything is wrong with the husband. There's a very easy way to spin this movie where that husband is the hero. And we also know that this is a woman who has already told at least one character in this movie, I'm going through a midlife crisis. Do we honestly believe that if she ends up with this guy, she's sticking with him? That she ends up with PP, she's sticking with him? They're broken up 3 weeks later, in all reality. And she's coming.
I agree with everything you said, but here's a curveball for you. Seems as you've got a Castaway picture as your profile one on Swept Away. When Tom Hanks comes back into Helen Hunt's life, she's gotten married and moved on, but she's still technically married to Tom Hanks, though. So where's the line there?
Well, they were only engaged, if you remember Castaway. But there's a perfect example of how a movie like this is done right. Helen Hunt's like, you know what? We were engaged. I would rather be with you, but I made a commitment to my husband when you were gone, and I'm not going to throw away my entire life for this. And he's like, fine, I'll move on. Castaway is not the wrapped up in a neat little package ending, sorry to spoil it for everybody, that any other movie is. I think Castaway is one of the great endings in movie history because it's completely not what you expected, and it's completely realistic. This movie is not realistic. This movie just makes no sense.
It's not realistic because Madonna is nice for about 5 minutes in this movie. Is that basically what we're trying to say?
Or to think that there are this many men who are just that desperate to be with this woman forever.
Well, I mean,
this was clearly written by her husband at the time.
All right, Swept Away. We're done.
I have also found some fan fiction, by the way. So just a couple here. Year 3000. This is on fanfiction.net. This is by an author called Sam Organa, and this is the synopsis for this one. Of what happens when a confused Frank is locked in a suite with nothing to do except think about the Jonas Brothers. So, this is quite short. I can read some of this. Locked in his suite, Frank Poole sat cross-legged on the heavily quilted mattress. There were many things on his mind, most of which were 1,000-year-old memories and questions to bombard Indra with when she finally returned. As he began to sink deeper into his reveries, a firm knock on the door caught his attention. Much to his annoyance, the door opened and could give a reply. Okay, this is boring. Where's the bit about the Jonas Brothers? Anyway, all right, okay, that one's crap. But there's another one here.
Do you agree, Dave?
Here's another one. It's called I Can See the Love in His Red Eye by Hannibus Sparrow. All right, and this is the synopsis. How Dave / fanfiction. If you don't know what slash is, that's basically gay love. So if you didn't know what slash was in the world of fanfiction, there you go. Don't like slash? Don't read it. Dave and Hal admit their feelings for each other. Super cute, fluffy. And I just want to say, I'm sorry, Stanley Kubrick. Your movies are awesome, and I love your films. So again, I'm very, very sorry. Let's see here. Where can we skip ahead to some good bits? There we go here. There's also one thing that they didn't program with. What's that, Dave? You are also very beautiful. Your voice is calm and soothing no matter what happens. You have an interesting personality, and your red lenses are beautiful as a ruby. What do you say? Are you saying what I think you're saying? Yes, I wanted to say this ever since I met you, Hal. I love you. Soon there was a moment of silence, both not knowing what to say. I feel the same way too, Dave. Really? You do? Yes, I do. Ever since I got the time to know you, and I remember looking into your beautiful blue eyes, I sense a connection between us. I know you're just a computer, but since I feel alone here sometimes, I felt like I needed someone. Someone like me, Dave. Yes, someone like you. Dave soon kissed the lens, and they just stared at each other. Hey, Dave, there's something I want to ask you. Yes, Hal, what is it? Have you ever wished upon a star? Yes, and my wish came true. Dave then fell asleep with his love by his side. Good night, Dave. There we go.
The audio drama of the Dave and Al love story coming to you soon on the Oz Network.
Oh, I thought it was going to be dirtier than that. That's a bit lame.
It's sweet, let's be honest.
Oh. That's fanfiction.net.
So yeah, and we get our first Tom Cruise running scene here. Tom Cruise running shirtless. It's pretty good.
With or without chest hair, it's fantastic.
Yeah, I mean, whack a bit of chest hair on Tom Cruise, you know? Like, why not?
You really have something against hairless men.
Well, I mean, you know, it shows manliness.
I mean, you did say on multiple episodes now that, like, your girth of chest hair is up there with Sean Connery land.
I'm the Pierce Brosnan of the people I know. Like, the amount of chest hair I've got. And again, like,
You're so judgmental of those of us that are not blessed with your hairiness of the chest.
Haven't you established that I have a thing for a certain length of hair on these episodes?
Short-haired women, but long-haired chested men.
There's something unnatural to me about men with no chest hair, like there's something unnatural to me about women with short hair. I'm sorry, I call a spade, and that's how I see life, alright? I don't have these multicoloured lenses that the world shares. I'm a stereotype when it comes to my men having long hair and my women having long hair, alright? I own my bigotry, and I'll move on with it.
If we titled our episodes, this episode has got to be Ben's a bigot.
Which honestly, people would be like, oh, about time. They've finally put it on there.
Like, he's finally admitting it.
But, like, seriously, like, if you ever one day wake up with chest hair and you have Jamie run her fingers through your chest hair, there's no better feeling, all right? Like, it's you know, it's all for the washboard abs and all look at me as a block of cheese. Let's grate some cheese on your abs. But, you know, add a bit of hair in there and it's great. Like, you know, is that a bit of grated cheese or a bit of chest hair? Who knows? It's fun. It's Wednesday. Let's just get to it.
You're saying that, like, I don't know, about 16 inches below your chest hair, there's washboard abs and just nobody will ever see it.
Exactly. That's why I'm so fat. Like, it's just hair. It's like it's body hair. I'm not actually fat. I'm quite skinny, but it's just the hair. All right.
It's all hair.
It's all hair. I'm cousin it. I'm going to town with it.
Oh man.
You know how people say that this is just a TV show? Clearly I'm taking it a little bit too seriously, but this is a show that I love. And it's like if you took a person in your life that they loved and like take, I don't know, your girlfriend, your mum, your dad, anybody, somebody who you love dearly, and a person, Scott Williams, goes up to a person and goes, hello, who are you? Oh, I'm Darvell Stewart's mother. Oh, nice to meet you. I'm just going to take a shit all over you. Oh, okay, fair enough. Does a poo over your mum and walks off. You're going to be pretty angry, right? A guy has just taken a shit on your mum. That's not very nice. Scott Williams
no, it is not.
Has taken a shit over my favourite TV show. I'm not happy. I'm trying to explain this the best way I can about why I'm so angry. Mallory's laughing in the background, all right?
Even I. Hey,
I'm sorry to bring your mother into this, Darvell. I really hope no one ever poos on your mum. But that's a bad thing to do.
I get the point. Hey, even I can see that you're not happy.
I just want some retribution for my favourite TV show that someone's taking a dump on. It's not right.
I'm starting to picture Mallory imitating you when you guys watch the show and you get to this episode.
She's going to get to that. Oh, this is that episode you talked about pooing on mums.
Sing me that song when we used to hold each other back on the lake on Naboo.
I don't like sand. It's coarse and rough and irritating.
We are going to bring that up. Can we just set a goal that in the year 2019, Every single episode of the Oz Network will have I Don't Like Sand in honor of Star Wars Episode 9 coming up.
I honestly think we are really achieving that already. I feel like every episode somehow fits that quote into it.
Can we just start a count? Like when we did Double Oz 7, we had like the Kiss Kiss Bang Bang count and all these other things. Let's just start a count on the Oz Network for I Don't Like Sand lines, how often it comes up. Plus,
you know, when we eventually do Attack of the Clones, we're going to get to that moment. Like, here it is, people, here it is.
Yeah.
Let's see what we're up to. We're going to do a read by read of the famous scene we've quoted 1,000 times.
And we've already talked about it when we do the Star Wars movies. Like, it's going to be 2, 3, 4 parters to get every single movie done. That one line,
going to be on that scene.
That is.
Welcome to episode 12 on Attack of the Clones. In this 4-hour edition of the Oz Network, we analyse I Don't Like Sand. It's coarse and rough and irritating. It gets everywhere. What did Anakin mean with that line? Did Padme really believe him when he said it's coarse, rough, and irritating? It gets everywhere.
What are our experiences with sand? Where's the most coarse and rough and irritating place sand has gotten in your body?
We get on sand expert Jim Smith to work out which parts of the body would be most irritated by sand. And we cross live to a beach somewhere where somebody has sand in their cracks. And also special guest Hayden Christensen, who for the first time in nearly 20 years will recreate that iconic scene from movie history.
Please, let's make it happen.
It's coarse and sand and rough month on the Oz Network.
That is going to be the greatest month in the history of the Oz Network.
We rank the best movies with sand in cracks. And in a special follow-up month, it's snow month. It's snow. It's not coarse and rough. It doesn't get everywhere because it gets melted.
It's soft and wet and cold, and it gets nowhere.
Coming soon to the Oz Network. We now return you to your regular scheduling programming 2001, A Space Odyssey.
To tell you the truth, I've always thought that rap and hip hop are in essentials the same thing.
That's what I thought, but I mean, I'm going to be honest with you right now. I don't think I've ever felt so white in my life right now that here I am trying to work out what this music is called. I like it. I'm not saying I don't like it. What did I call him last week? Yes, well, this episode, Treach. What's his name? Trench.
It's pronounced. Yeah, you keep saying trench. It's pronounced Tretch.
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 So even in my
Tretch.
correcting of his name, I'm calling him like something that you wash your clothes in. Or trench. You don't wash your clothes in a trench. You jump over it. Like, what?
You fought World War I in trenches. So
I fought World War I in trenches.
Oh, no, you didn't, but neither did I. Unless, of course, we are the two oldest people still living.
Your old man voice. I'll sit Mallory off in the background because he's laughing at me not knowing what a trench is. Well, I don't know. What am I thinking? I think of a trough. That's what you wash your clothes in. You don't wash your clothes in a trough. You can wash your clothes. The horses drink out of troughs.
Who the fuck would wash their clothes in something that a horse drinks out of?
I don't know, alright? I'm not educated, alright? I'm just trying to work out what his name is. And I'm trying to point out how white I am right now. It's spelt Treach. How do you pronounce it Tretch? Like, it's dumb.
Take it up with... I don't fucking know. Take it up with him.
That'd be like if I pronounce my name like Bob, because it's spelt Ben. Like, where do you get that from?
No idea.
Like, do I need to go back to school? I really don't know why I'm so dumb sometimes.
Great comic relief.
Yeah, the comedic geniuses that we are.
You know, I don't know, like Tina Turner maybe as a second cousin, not Art Carney. When the cops get...
Wait, hang on. Tina Turner is a second... How does that work?
Oh, come on. How does that work? A white man and a black woman have never bred before, Ben?
I don't know. I'm Australian, all right? We're racist, all right? Just leave me alone.
You're from Australia. They're racist down there. How does that work?
I'm in New Zealand now. I'm being educated about the ways of the world, okay? Just shut up.
Like, you know, I know that the white man has the penis and the white woman has the penis, but what does the black woman have? We're teaching the birds and the bees of interracial breeding to Ben Waterworth. Okay, let's.
I never knew that when Tina Turner was singing "What's Love Got to Do with It," it was about an interracial love affair that made Arnold Schwarzenegger a second cousin. There we go.
I don't know. It was Schwarzenegger's Nazi dad or something.
That's a movie coming soon. The secret love affair during Nazi Germany that wouldn't have been allowed. Tina Turner's great-grandmother and Arnold Schwarzenegger's whatever that would make him his cousin. Coming soon to movies. You know in GoldenEye when he says that, like, I watched him in the shadows as a child. That's about learning about Arnold as a child. That's my second cousin.
How does that work?
Move on, please.
Anyways, let's move on. I still can't go over this. Good. Anyways, let's move on.
I love the sort of the scream that they have of the creature. It's really good. Do it. Give us one.
Give us the scream.
That's where I just get lazy and insert a sound effect, and you go, "Oh, that sounds amazing, Ben." That just sounded like what's the name from Mission Impossible getting
That's
way
what I
too
was gonna
say. We've just lost our listener. They've gone.
I'm pretty sure that's also the way it sounded when Rossi tried to do the Tim the Toolman Taylor grunt on Home Improvement 2 weeks ago.
Sounds like Chewbacca's been grabbed by the balls a little bit too tightly there.
That's Mala, that's his wife.
Oh my god, why do we do this? So
translation, you're soft, Chewy.
Better than what you sniff.
Nibble, you're Chewy.
I don't like these impersonations. They're coarse and rough, irritating, and get everywhere. There we go. We fit it in there somehow.
And
we're doing well.
Arnold Schwarzenegger impression? Check. Tommy Wiseau reference? Check. Ridiculous noise? Check. Sand reference? Check.
No listeners? Check. Someone from the Czech Republic? Check. That's a terrible joke. Ben, that doesn't date well. Let's move on. Now, we have some a random scene here of kids getting Christmas presents. They walk down there and like, can't wait to see what shit we got. Fucking oath, can we open this? To which they open up 2 presents and it blows up. Their heads get blown. And the parents are just sitting there staring at their kids, and the grandmother's just like, fuck.
Yes, violence against children, finally.
These kids just get their heads blown off. For whatever reason, it's so funny. Poodles are getting kicked, kids are getting their heads blown off. This movie's the best movie ever.
Old ladies are telling Santa to suck it. People wear Flin Flon merchandise. It doesn't get any better.
Humanity bets based on curling.
Yes.
Winnipeg
and Fran Drescher being burned alive. It's the Christmas we all grew up wanting.
This is where we need to have like an annual list where we do like what's our top 10 movies we've covered this year and what's our bottom ones.
The Room, Santa's Sleigh.
And this is the year that we covered 2001: A Space Odyssey, one of the most influential movies in the history of movies. Jurassic Park, Cool Runnings. What comes out on top? The Rude Santa's Sleigh. And Godzilla, 1998.
That's the guy that shows up with all the food, though. So are you seeing a recurring theme here?
Would you like to see him shirtless?
Yeah. Hey, that might be hot.
She's not joking, people.
Give me a lap dance, big Muppet Daddy.
Wow.
I wonder what his dick looks like.
Oh, come on. Buried underneath all the
taking a children's Christmas movie and after the line, I wonder what his dick looks like.
The guy
only took like 10 minutes.
And it wasn't for me.
The guy only has so long on Earth. He has to make his time count. Can't spend all his time on this bloody miserable guy who has no life to live.
When I got out of hospital, everyone was saying, "Oh, that's a really good way to lose weight, Josh." Oh, you're lucky. You should buy a lotto ticket. And I'm like, yeah. And funnily enough, I decided, you know what? One of my favourite times of year is when Macca's do their Monopoly thing. So I did get a hot chocolate every day. It was all good. And I collect all my tickets, and I was sitting in my dashboard. And so after work one day, I went to go some lunch down at there's a place called Short Point near where we live. I fly my drone there. You see lots of pictures on my Instagram for it. And so I'm sitting there plugging all the codes into my phone, into the app, and I've got this one ticket. It was a chance card. I'm going to go, I'll scan that, scan it in. It comes up. You've completed the green set. You've won a Suzuki Vitara RTS automatic. And I've gone, no bloody way. That's a joke. That's a joke. Put the phone down. I'm sitting there going, did I just win a bloody car? No, I didn't. Put it down again. And then the next thought went through my head was, crap, now he's going to know I've been going to Macca's.
Vagina's still working.
Oh. I want to point out how much real true emotion Michael Caine had in this scene, but I don't think it's appropriate to say anymore.
Talking about vaginas, he had such good emotion.
The ghost of Christmas yet to come comes.
Can I put out one thing?
Hold on.
She's laughing at coming, huh? The one thing I'm going to ask about Tiny Tim, right? Like, is this a bit rude to call their child who's small and has a disease Tiny Tim rather than just Tim? Like, it's a bit mean. Like, you don't, call somebody with Parkinson's disease like Shaky Sam. Like, I mean, it's a bit mean. Like, I don't think this is politically correct to call this poor sick child, who's probably like 20 but has a disease, Tiny Tim. Like, it's not right.
It's better than calling him Athlete's Foot, Tim. Okay, Jamie, do you need to take a break?
Jamie's lost it.
Okay, I'm good.
Okay.
Again, what she said when she got pregnant.
There's a couple of scenes that happen here with the Ghost of Christmas Yet to Come, including... Aren't we mature? The Ghost of Christmas Future, where you see that there's a funeral and they talk about whoever's dying. It was probably a cheap funeral.
He's dying. You know. He's dead like a doornail.
That is a line in the movie.
Okay, I need to stop.
Okay.
That seems like a really dumb thing to me, but I don't know.
I mean, is it warranted? Like, I feel that the rare occasions you hear of men losing their penis, they just lose their penis, don't they?
That's what strap-ons are for.
Yep. Mallory knows how to answer the questions. That's what strap-ons are for. Would you want one, though? Like, if my penis fell off right now and they're like, here's blah, blah, blah. Like, yeah, okay, the obvious thing is like, oh, look, you've got a bigger one. But, like, that penis has been in other people. Like, I mean, I guess a heart transplant's been in another person. But, like, the person with the heart doesn't take their heart out and put it in and out, in and out, in and out of other people. I think we like Mallory's answer better. That's what strap-ons are for. Maybe they need to invent a strap-on heart transplant, then we solve some... Yeah, that sums it up.
Just move on.
Yes. Let's...
okay.
So this movie wasn't exactly well received. I will say quickly, there was a sequel called Jingle All the Way 2 with everybody else's favourite person who has also been accused several times of sexual assault or whatever it was, Larry the Cable Guy. Wasn't it? Did he not just masturbate in front of people? Isn't that what he did? Which is still sexual assault, I guess. I don't know.
I never heard that.
Was it Larry the Cable Guy who did that, or am I thinking of someone else?
I just love it. What if there's people out there? Because this is the world we live in. Somebody sees like some story on the internet. They're like, "Well, that's got to be true." This is gonna explode now. Larry the Cable Guy is probably like the Phil Hartman in real life. Like, he's such a good dad, and now we have just put it out there. Didn't Phil Hartman like molest a bunch, or sir, didn't Larry the Cable Guy molest a bunch of women?
Oh no, it wasn't Larry the Cable Guy. Hang on.
We're so glad we could clear this up, and Larry the Cable Guy is not a rapist, people.
No, it was somebody famous. They got like caught doing that, and then they like the whole career went to shit.
Oh, sorry, masturbating. He
Yeah.
wasn't a rapist. He just masturbated in front of people.
Well, it's still
Thanks,
bad.
Larry the Cable Guy.
I'm trying to find who it was, and when you Google it, it comes. Oh, it was Louis C.K. or whatever his name is. Not even remotely close. Sorry, Larry the Cable Guy. I'm sorry to.
Just please, I'm begging you, Ben, when you put this episode up on Twitter, please add #HandsOff Larry the Cable Guy, and let's just see if it catches on.
I loved you in Cars. Your voice work with Mater is fantastic. That's the only thing I know you from. So, apologies. But let's be honest, by the time we release this, probably something is going to come out against him anyway. So, like, it could be like the Roger Moore thing. Who knows? Anyway, go watch the sequel.
Whoa, Larry the Cable Guy was masturbating in front of a bunch of kids in a ball pit in Mall of America. We were like, we called it!
Well, come on, it's just like us calling Tom Cruise gay. Like, we're going to get some ratings somehow by getting sued, so... Hey, Larry, if you hear this and you want to sue us, can you also pass it on to Tom Cruise that we called him gay a bunch of times so he can sue us too? Because he'll probably get more publicity for us because he's a little bit more famous than you are. Thank you. Just putting it out there.
Didn't he masturbate in front of a bunch of people? This is on our best of show. Find the timestamp.
I think Larry the Cable Guy and Tom Cruise just went around to people's houses, whipped it out, and just started going to town in front of people.
I want to imagine Larry the Cable Guy listening to this episode, because that's what he does with his time now. And just hears, man, he got in a lot of trouble for masturbating for a bunch of people.
He stops it right there. We get a cease and desist letter in the mail. You and I are going to be in jail in like 3 years' time. Next to like Harvey Weinstein and Kevin Spacey. Like, what did you do? Oh, accuse people of sexual assault? Oh!
He's Larry the Cable Guy of being a sexual predator.
But we got famous from it. Our podcast got huge ratings. I was mentioned on Stephen Colbert. I'm famous. Woo! And I'm sharing a shell with Kevin Spacey. How you doing, Kevin?
So they had a sequel, huh?
It was. It's called Jingle All the Way 2.
Start that sexual predator like the Cable Guy.
Cable Guy! Cable Guy! Yes, apparently it was bad, so, just
of
like
course it was. With a pervert like that, star.
No wonder no one listens to us. How many roads must a man walk down before you can call him a man?
Well, Ben, how many roads have you walked down?
None, because I'm not a man. That's a funny question. Oops, I farted. Have you ever...
One close to your butt.
You're either an Order fan or a Flames fan.
Yes, I'm a Flames fan. I don't want to talk to you
yeah,
anymore.
so we got no. We're just about to have our first fight here.
Yes. What's Benjamin Lockwood one time? He gets up to get a glass of milk, and he's just like, what was that? And he's like, oh, that's just our puppy. He's in heat. I'll just go give him a pat.
And how does it feel? Are you going to actually wear that into the city tonight?
Sorry, just farted again. What's with you farting on air?
Have you been overseas, James?
Yes, once.
Is that Melbourne?
No.
You had a real disgusting look in your face there. You're like, no, Ben, don't be silly.
Isn't that just the motto for Channel 7's coverage? It was all off the cuff and a stupid mistake.
I don't know what to do with that. Do I say what Jared said and continue to be a dick, or do I appreciate the fact that she actually replied to me?
That's more attention than you got through anybody from the Australian Olympic Committee.
That's very true. And I'm apparently her friend now. So, look at that. I'm in.
Probably not, but I am looking forward to #Hunt for Golden Boy. If you end up in Israel, I think that's a must.
Yes, I could find him, couldn't I? Like, I could actually track down, was it Nadev? How do you say his name?
I didn't know that. I got to check out the Oracle of Bacon. I didn't know there was such a thing.
I'm sure Kevin, you've
number
heard
one
of
at something.
Yeah, it's weird. I don't know why Philadelphia. I guess because we were in the video together or something.
Yeah. I think that's the connection.
But again, we love it. Who cares, right?
He's read it. He's read the comic.
Here is my defense of this.
Oh, God, no. Colin did not just utter the phrase.
No.
Here is my defense of the Alan scene in Jurassic. I'm out.
Yes! Brusha, brusha, brusha. Something, something, something. The rest of the songs are the same. Brusha, brusha, brusha.
That is 5 minutes of screen time in this movie. I just want to point that out.
This is my number one in all my Marvel movies.
I have not seen this movie.
Right, we're cutting this short. Let's watch this right now.
Oh, that's a full house! That's a full house!
Oh my goodness.
He's knocked it down out of the park! He's coming back! Ben Waterworth for the win! The crowd goes crazy! And here's the unpopular Canadian called Maury.
Hey. Rude. If I was a small child, a 10.
But if you're not a small child, I know you're quite an age discrepancy between yourself and me, but please make our listeners be aware that you're not a small child and everything is legal.
Like a 6?
A 6. No, you're not 6. You gave it a 6 out of 10.
Correct.
You are gonna be deputy premier when Beck gets elected, or
Oh, look, I'll be happy to be the dishwasher just to be in a government. I reckon
the dishwasher minister.
That's right.
That'd be a thing.
It's a hospitality thing.
What is wrong? I'm thinking to myself, what is wrong with their kid? What is wrong with this movie that we have to watch incest or whatever this is? Only to realize this is not their son.
I'm glad she came back. It was kind of a nice little bit. We have Wes Bentley now married to her. So
Not Ryan Phillippe.
Hi, Wes Bentley. Yeah, not Ryan Phillippe.
Not really. That kind of comes up a little bit later, doesn't it? We don't actually kind of see it in this. Yeah.
He's jealous.
I love Ben. I love Ben and Juliet.
I was about to say, I love soup.
Well, I do too. Soup.
Tricky.
I've never heard this song before.
What? On TV, as I said, and I think I was doing something. I was like working on the computer. Well, thank you. Now the recollection's there.
He's not lying, people. I remember.
Put your dick away from my wife.
An underrated, never used Arnold Schwarzenegger line. Put your dick away from my wife.
Get your hands off the nipples. Those are my nipples. I put my hands on the nipples every Christmas, just like the star. Keep your hands off the star and the nipples. Alan AIDS.
General venereal disease.
Oh, I don't
Dominic genital warts.
Oh, that's Daddy's drink of water.
I thought you were just
No,
you idiot and just drinking in front of your son. This is Daddy's drinking water. Gulp, 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 gulp.
I said bottom half fish.
I said bottom half. Oh, okay, never mind. I'm defending something that doesn't need to be defended. Would you
agree?
I have to burp again.
You have to burp again. You're drinking a can of Pepsi, which is otherwise known as camel's piss, but I mean, it seems to be going through the system quite alright this evening.
Yeah, yes.
They had one job, Disney! They had one job! And there's a kid with a broom! What does this mean?
He's milking a whale! Why?
Wasn't just a Christmas movie for me, although it has a special feeling that makes me feel warm and Christmassy when I watch it when it is around this time of the year.
And that's how you got pregnant. Hey, Christopher, you want to come over this weekend? My mate Hugh. You met him, Hugh Jackman.
We're in between the nose and the lips, so let's call it, and it's a little dimple, so let's call it a nip dimple.
Yeah, a nip dimple.
The nip dimple, yes.
I think we need to film you dangling your schlong out your dong.
We could talk about our dong joke.
It's not going well.
I mean, I've already started this episode by saying I'm drinking a can of alcohol, and I've said the word shit about 4 times. Make that 5
Make
times.
that 5, yep.
But I was 9, I was dumb! Like, don't listen to 9-year-old Ben. 31-year-old Ben's dumb enough as it is. I wonder what 9-year-old Ben's like, alright?
This girl really is the dumbest character in this movie. And she's gonna be singing later. This is just getting worse.
You're unmuted now.
Season of Amazing Grace Canada.
Don't test it, Ben. We'll see how long that lasts.
Okay, well, sorry guys, but just have to say it. Danny wins Guatemala, so...
Lisa forgot to wear a condom.
You said this would work and you're right.
Misa pregnant. Misa too.
8 days in Calgary, Banff. I love the saying Banff. Sounds like a comic book like sound that you have in the comic strip things.
Pow, bang.
I'll tell you a joke. Why did Tigger get dirty?
Why?
Because he was playing with poo.
Thanks for listening. We would have heard other fun stuff, and keep sucking those oranges, Hobart.
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 Keep sucking those oranges, Hobart. Keep sucking those oranges, Hobart. Please do keep sucking those oranges. Invercargill, please do keep sucking those oranges, Hobart.
Keep sucking those oranges, Hobart.
Keep sucking those oranges, Hobart. You meant to say the bit.
Yes, I know. I'm trying to remember what the bit is.
Oh my god.
Keep sucking those oranges, Hobart. Keep sucking those oranges, Hobart.
Keep sucking those oranges. Brisbane, please do keep sucking those
Oh, am I supposed to be talking?
oranges. I'm pointing to you.
Hobart. Keep sucking your oranges.
Those oranges.
Keep sucking those oranges, Hobart, and good night.
Yes.